Hello, hello.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
It's us.
Yeah, we are back. So, as you may notice, we were largely unsuccessful in finding a couch co-op game. Because there are only so many of them. And so, we have truly gone back to our roots of how gaming started, really, for us, which was me playing things and Cappa being here.
Yeah. Me just hanging out.
And so, as always the plan had been, was at some point we were going to get back to playing the old Final Fantasies. Because we mainly played Final Fantasy VIII when we were young. And
so much.
Yeah, so much. We played Final Fantasy IX like once. It did not have the, I don't know, stick-to-itiveness that 8 did for us.
8 really lingered for us.
Well, and it's hard to say necessarily why that might have been, because it's very well that it could have just been a matter of the timing.
Yeah, I don't remember why either.
Well, so 9 came out in 2000, for one, and so that would be, it's been 25 years. Well, probably just short of 25 years, technically, but if you just look at the number, it's 25 years now, so hooray, 25th anniversary or whatever for the game. But it's, so 2000 would have been like,
I forgot the existential strains on this. Sorry.
Well, so 2000 would have been me going into high school, like, and like you probably would have started high school, which is likely why we were not.
I was going into a hard year of high school.
Yeah, we were not like hanging out as much at that time, I imagine.
Yeah. And I would have.
8 would have been out in like 98 or 99. So that would have been like the end of middle school. We were like,
that would
a lot easier to.
Yeah,
hang
that
out
would have
and
been
stuff.
high school for me, but like early high school, pre-job, like junior year. That was incredibly
and honestly,
rough.
So on the subject of the dates those games came out, like, can we just talk about how ridiculously different a time of games that is? So
yeah,
this game came out in 2000. Final Fantasy VII came out in 97. And honestly, the only reason I remember that Final Fantasy VII came out in 97 is because it was this huge ordeal that they did, because it was July 7 of 97 that they released Final Fantasy VII. Like, they that's the way they did it. So Final Fantasy VII is always like the timeline game for me, where I'm like, how does
marketing worked?
how does this game relate to time as far as relating to Final Fantasy VII? It's like, was this before? Okay, so we're looking at like 95, 96. It's like, was it after? Okay. Well, which means that in the course of 97, 98, 99, 2000, 3 Final Fantasy games were released.
That's wild.
7, 8, and 9, which is absolutely bonkers.
Some really good games.
I know. Like, in comparison to the way games are released now, it's absolutely like batshit insane. Like, it's such a different circumstance. And I don't know if it was like the same team that worked on all of them, or if they had them in dev simultaneously. So like, maybe
surely at least 2 of those had to be simultaneous.
You would think
7 and 8, and then maybe 8 and 9 for a little bit.
And so, like, I don't know. Obviously, games definitely at least needed smaller teams to some degree, because like they could just have that many going simultaneously. But anyway, all that to say, we didn't play Final Fantasy IX nearly as much. We really played it once that I can remember, and I don't actually even know if we played it together that much. But I am curious to see sort of the fresh, like, first playthrough, because we will remember things, but like
it's pretty empty in there. Honestly, if 8 was, we played a lot. Half of the reason we played 8 a lot was because we could cheese it. We could cheese it, and that was fun. But also, we kept saving over our saves.
It's true.
On accident.
I did just keep deleting saves.
We couldn't finish the dang game.
Couldn't keep that shit together. That was a whole problem.
We didn't have the same issue for this one.
No, we didn't.
We learned our lesson finally.
Yeah. So I'll be curious to see from like a fresh lens how we sort of feel about it.
I will say, as soon as that menu music started playing, I remember.
Hey, Robloxia, welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. So this is partially modded. I'm running, I don't remember the name of the mod. It's like the main Final Fantasy IX mod, which largely just gives it quality of life improvements and allows it to run at a frame rate that doesn't glitch out.
Yeah, get that art director.
So hopefully it doesn't light on fire or bug the hell out.
I for some reason think of both, or not both, pirates when I think of it, but I don't know if that's correct.
It is.
Or if it's just both.
Yes. So you do start as some sort of air pirate gang.
I remember that, and I vaguely remember a wedding, but I don't think it was good.
No.
And then I just remember their big titty heads.
Yeah, I remember that being part of the reason that I wasn't like super entranced with it was that I wasn't that keen on the shift in art style. The cutscenes don't have it nearly to the same degree.
I was gonna say, it doesn't seem so
like
bad
they're
right
far
now,
more
but,
normal.
Yeah.
But
they kind of look like little dolls, but not in a bad way.
Well, yeah, and like I understand why they did it the way they did it. Hey, Whitney, how's it going? Because it was largely a return to the old Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And like kind of translating the old sprite work art into 3D sort of styling. So like it carried that sprite, big head, smaller body style. And like
8 had just felt so cool. And it felt like going backwards. It felt weird.
I don't think they did it badly in the grand scheme of things.
Just not emotionally prepared.
The music is good. I do that. Thank you. My usually tightly constrained audio setup is all out of whack now, just because we're doing 2 people on the mic. It's
2 dudes on the mic. Sure is dark.
So
I also remember being thrown off by the fact that he had a tail.
Yeah, that's just him. Yes. Well, I am more distant from the mic than usual, so there is that. that is accurate. I think it's basic control. Fortunately, I believe the mod actually fixes the incorrect showing. There's a soft reset.
What?
Yeah.
Are those all at once or in sequence?
Usually it's all at.
That's Konami code.
That's not controller at all. I don't care. Okay, there we go. We're good.
Fire? Oh, yeah. Is he a mage?
I don't know. He's a thief. Maybe I have a little bit of magic. I'm trying to decide if they wanted that to just be implied that it was a candle. Rendering a hole. Who's there?
Oh, we can change it? Okay, obviously we're 16. I don't remember being able to change that.
Yeah, there we go. It's me, Zidane. Well, hey, and you still are late.
Is his name blank or is the field blank?
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. Sorry. So where's the bot? Ain't here yet.
What the?
Warg!
I don't remember that. Oh, is that not the boss? It's the bad guy.
I think it's going to turn out to be a prank after we beat the shit out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we understand how the combat works. Oh, I did run the cheat from the mod to give 100% chance to steal, because if I don't have 100% chance to steal, I simply will not steal ever. Because I ain't gonna waste my time on that nonsense. So I do have that set up. Here.
He looks more familiar.
Oh, my head. Go easy with that. Well, don't.
I did not remember that at all.
Show up acting like a monster. Hey, fools.
He looks kind of like a bat. He got bat
You're
ears.
looking a lot better. Well, he's kind of also a pig.
Yeah, but there's some bats that have piggy nose.
It's true. Bats do kind of have piggy nose.
Some of them, especially.
Some. All right, let's start this meeting already.
Okay, Captain Pinkman bat.
Boy, they kind of look funny sitting on background elements
fuzzy
like that.
things. Yeah.
Here's the plan. Tank, this band of daring thieves. That's the head of the kingdom of Alexander. Incredible. Our mission: kidnap the heir to the throne. That's Garnet. I'll take it from here. So listen up.
I thought that guy was the cook for sure.
Our ship's about to dock. And when it does, we're gonna put on our and perform I Wanna Be Your King, most popular play in Alexandria. Break a leg, Marcus, because you're playing the lead. Leave the acting to me. Of course, the real kidnapper, Blake and Zidane. The problem is they all look like the same sort of rough customer. I can't
they all look like hooligans.
I can't differentiate their voices. None of them are speaking to me to try to hit a voice, so they're all just going to end up sounding the same.
I remember this guy being like Frankenstein. He's got like stitched up skin.
I don't think these clowns are around for very long.
Okay, well, maybe that's why I have.
The other thing is also like we do see a lot more detail on these characters than we did originally.
Yeah, that's true.
Forever ago. Also of note, with the blurry background, so I'm not running a mod to like upgrade the background. One does exist, but it used Stable Diffusion AI models to do that improvement. And while a mod that's not being sold is probably one of the best case scenarios for using generative AI like that, I'm still going to kind of carry on my blanket stance of not supporting such activity. So we're weathering through with the OG, well, the Steam edition, whatever. I don't know what they did to them, but that's what we got. That's where we're going. Regardless. Oh, this guy got it. Back. Little bug.
Are they actual bugs?
I guess of some sort. Oh man, don't worry about me. That'll be your cue, baby. That's why I kidnapped Queen Ron. Boy, you could just be a dumbass. Yeah, okay. That's when I kidnapped Garnet. You bet. You're gonna kidnap the most babelicious beauty in all of Alexandria. Princess Garnet.
Are we knowing why we're doing this?
Nope. Okay. We're just here for the job.
I do remember this guy.
Thanks for he's faithful Final Fantasy character at this point.
Now that I look at him, he does give kind of me vibes, actually. Like my model.
Oh, a little bit.
It's like empty void with bright yellow.
That's a pretty good shot. That's a clever
cool.
shot.
That is a big ass sword.
Go with.
What could that possibly be for?
Impaling the sky. As you often.
What a waste of metal. In what appears to be some type of fantasy medieval time period.
It's true. Also, I like how there was no discernible dock for the airship. They're like, oh, we'll just dock up there. Like, you know, normal
like that's not noticeable at all.
Well, they're faking as an acting troupe, so presumably like a docking up there's a normal thing, but like I didn't see any structure to accommodate docking.
Oh, he fell down.
He is kind of like
bumbly.
Well, not so much bumbly as like a punching bag for just misfortune.
Aww.
I guess you'd say. Are you all right? He gives off Eeyore vibe.
Oh no!
Here, you dropped your ticket. Bye-bye.
Bye. Did we drop a ticket? Or did a ticket drop near us and we got it?
No, he dropped it.
Stop bumping into him.
Come on, you get out of the way.
Where's your parent?
Oh, play cards. Play cards. Okay.
Man, they introduced cards right off the bat.
Yeah, though I can't even use, like, I can't actually play it. They're like, oh, hey.
There's a lot more animal people in this one.
There are. That is accurate. The world is
more cartoony.
Well, yeah, and I guess probably more. Well, I'm trying to think of. Final Fantasy's gone so many different directions throughout its history. It's hard to draw any like consistencies, but
I feel like they don't do animal people very often.
7
though.
and 8, no.
No. 10 they didn't, right?
10, no, there's Kamari.
Oh.
10 has Kamari. There's usually like one race like that because there's Kamari, and then 10 was Kamari. 11, well, Moogles always exist.
Yeah.
Generally as a sapient species. 12 has the bunny race,
bunny.
which are now also in 14. 13 is an abomination. Who cares? I don't remember, but it like and I don't know enough. I guess I don't think they did too much before that. 6, 5, 4, like. Mostly because you couldn't distinguish them very well.
Yeah.
In sprite form, like there wasn't really enough detail to be able to consistently identify what they were supposed to be. So yeah, this might be the first one that they really introduce a lot of like whimsical stuff like that.
Yeah. It's another reason it threw me for such a loop.
Yeah,
I was just like, what is this?
Well, and I guess that might be part of like. Might have been a vibe that I didn't really pick up on because like it might be very much more.
It's a lot more cartoony feeling.
Well, I think like storybookish maybe the better description because it's like I feel like the sort of big head vibe, the I'm looking at this background village and stuff, and I'm like that kind of gives me the storybook vibe. You're coming in as a acting troupe, which that kind of fits into the theming overall.
Not that we're doing any slapstick yet, but even in the first 4 minutes, it's a lot goofier than the start of 8. Like, it just feels more whimsical.
Yeah. Honorable nobles of Trino, Castle Alexandria is this way. There's just straight up a hippo kid.
Hippo kid.
And whatever.
He's like if Star Wars was fantasy.
Yeah.
Those little...
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
It's that very special. Or no cocktail. Her and just... Yeah. I can't not. Big tech.
Random person. What? Does everyone play cards?
Back.
We're poor.
I don't need anything right now. I'm just a random child question mark. Oh, those 3. All of the young girls look identical. That's freaking me out. Well.
Oh, they do.
I was ill prepared. Do I get something if I do this? Oh my god, the timing on that is weird.
I'm trying to figure out why all the girls look the same. It has to be on purpose because all the boys don't look the same.
Don't they?
Do they?
I haven't checked, really.
I mean, we got Hippo Kid.
Well, there is Hippo Kid.
There's that random guy.
Oh, God.
It's money.
I got money.
It seems like it's slowly speeding up.
God damn it. It bumped at 20.
We got 10 gil when it bumped up, I think.
$10, I guess.
Okay, that's not nothing.
It's not nothing. Can I hope so? Oh. This here's the woman. That's the name. I want to potential something.
How did we become the people doing, like...
What's this? Something odd about this. Why, it's another fake. I've seen so many today. Now, don't. I know how you must. Try to now.
Yo!
Alleyway Jack.
That's probably that kid that was standing in the... wherever. Off the side. Ominously.
I don't recall an ominous kid.
He was across the street from where you went into the shop.
What the... What? Polar bear? Hey, you made me miss, you little klutz.
Well, I fell over. Shut up.
Hey, go kick his ladder. That should do it. Well, it's been a long day.
Is he a polar bear or a dog?
Well, maybe.
Kind of looks like a dog.
Brad. Hey, you, Trent. You're the pony kid.
How'd you know?
Hey, no, it's not fake. Lie. Oh, did you know you're my slave? Rude. I don't want to. Okay, later.
I don't like that kid. He's rude.
He's annoying.
He knocked us over earlier.
Replace thing.
Oh. Music, as always, excellent. Oh, hello.
Hey, kid. What do you think about trying to sneak into the castle by boat?
I wasn't until you said
now
that.
Now I am.
Yeah.
I tried that last. Guard, they caught me lickety-split.
Oh, there's another dude down.
Their newfangled mesh-powered ship float through the air. Through the ship, they're supposed to float on water, right?
You know he's that cartoon character that was really popular back then that had the whistly between his teeth box. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can kind of picture the sound, but I can't. I'm not sure who exactly.
There were a few characters that would do it.
Damn, my kid missed and ran away.
No.
Don't. Be okay.
Yes.
Dang. Later, kid.
I feel like they're already giving us so many side quests.
I know, they're really like piling on here.
Hi, Phantom.
Hey, Phantom, how's it going? Well, and something I was going to mention earlier also on the subject of sort of the vibes of this game and it differing from the others is that even in like the opening cinematic prior to starting the game, I feel like it had a much more like laid back musical score at that point. Like
it did.
It did not really hit this rent.
Yeah.
Hey. Why, your ticket's fake? Kind of a jerk to sell a fake ticket, little kid.
Are we actually a little kid? Or are we just small?
I believe he's just small, but also... I mean, I don't actually think he is
birds are cute!
I think he's like a simulacrum.
Yeah.
Automaton of some sort. So, like... Also...
yeah, money!
Also is just... Could be... Help, lady, I'm trapped.
I believe this is a potential... Yeah, this guy joins our party or something, right?
No, not this one.
He looks like...
He's kind of dressed like one does, but...
Where's the lady,
right? I see it. Right? So, yeah. Right.
Oh, my feet.
Stop running out of me, you stupid kid.
Into me.
That kid stole my legitimate ticket.
We need to talk to these people hiding behind the flower wagon.
Like, yeah, that's like, lock. This is fine. There's 30 here. Worked our rents off. Finally, we can afford a ticket to the show. So,
hope you don't have a big one.
I'm taking my wife to the theater tonight. Hello. Telling my son will go out of business. Never come. Good thing. So what to buy? What the hell?
The dumbfounded. He looks so.
Hip Hall.
No.
What a name. I hid my 3 precious cards in a safe place. Why am I on a hunt for cards?
And cat.
Okay. I accept your random offering of items. What do you mean there's no vacancies? Yes, quite sorry.
Oh, here, fish.
What? I don't believe this. I have a reservation, damn it. Jeez.
Bye.
Did he be so scary? Fish bro. Sorry, no vacancies today.
Furry fish?
Yeah.
That is a huge grandfather clock.
Ah! Ah! Excuse me. Hippo lady, out
The
of
hippo
nowhere.
faces are really intense. They're like that slightly open mouth and huge eyes, and they just like come at you. It's kind of a lot.
Strange that I can't walk down these hallways into anything. Oh. I'm so used to walking into inns and then walking into random rooms, and this place is just like, nah.
No wonder they have no vacancies. They have no room.
They got no room.
You go up in that place off the side of it?
No, I tried.
Oh.
Nope.
But I want to be nosy.
I know. I am an RPG protagonist. It is my right to break into everywhere. I expect that that's a requirement. Oh, there's my. I found my run button. It took me a while. Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Probably gonna kick me out. Only noble ticket holders may pass through this gate.
Sad.
All right, let's go talk to the
But I don't like that
kid.
kid.
All right.
Give Rat's a bad name.
Now for your first assignment. Go stand over there.
Oh no, we're already committing crimes.
All clear? Yeah, it's clear. Awesome. Engage according to mission parameters.
What? I have no idea what mission parameters are.
I've stopped keeping an eye on things for some reason. Ah! Somebody came.
Does he have 4 arms?
Did he?
People of what? You don't just have steeples.
Now we're gonna climb up this tower. It has a ladder. Hey, Danger, go first. How are you going? Ah, move. Ah, what the heck was that?
I feel like this is Rizzo the Rat.
Kupo? Yeah, a little bit.
Do you feel that vibe?
That's Kupo. He's a mook. Kupo. This is slave number 1.
Rude.
Gotta get along, okay? Well, to meet you. I saw I enter you in Moogle Diary. To save game on the save folder, just ask us Mook. And you can read it, Kane.
Oh.
And I'm glad I can help. Alright, upward mobility. There's...
You said I got to go first.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he's
I don't care who you are.
ripped.
That's impressive. Come on up, Blaze.
Stop calling us that. I don't like it.
You hear? Like of the rumbled variety. Koopa, don't scare.
I like the little bobbles.
You leaving, Koopa? Yeah, and this time I might be away for a long time. I'll miss you, Koopo. Ah, don't worry, all right. Okay, Koopo.
So it's just Koopo that has to say his name like a Pokemon?
Seems like it. Oh, and say hi to Mosh in the castle.
Hi, Mosh.
You don't have to bring attention to his speech impediment like that.
I thought they all said Koopo. And he definitely was not saying Koopo?
Yes, Koopo. Very special. No, that's Koopo. Hey, Slime, I thought I ordered you up here.
Shut up.
Freaking hate this guy. Hey, blam.
Oh. For some reason, the appearance of all those slots was very sudden.
But there are... Why do I need...
I don't know.
Hundreds of save slots.
That is wild. And there's really no indication that...
I just don't need that many save slots.
Which one
That's
you use?
Crazy.
I mean, I guess it'd be one, but how would you keep track of anything? I guess you'd have to document them, but man, that was wild.
Yeah, that's just a crazy amount of save options.
That was wild.
Hey, bro. Alright, he's gonna start. Don't hurt. Come on, get over here. Let me guess. Afraid of heights.
Would you just give me a minute?
Okay, just pretend you're on the ground.
That doesn't work. That absolutely does not work if you're afraid of heights. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just pretend you're not.
As someone who is afraid of heights.
Come on already. Running out of time. Not again. Don't worry, it won't fall.
It's absolutely gonna fall.
It's definitely gonna fall.
How come I guess we weigh like 10 billion pounds because he would run it. He ran across it, didn't move.
Yeah. Point worrying now, right? With a freaking ladder. And heavy ass BB over there. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. To know your name. Speak of the devil.
Appears to be 9. How can you possibly tell?
Also, does he? Like...
What?
On what
Like
basis?
a 9-year-old what? Just on height?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Your name's Vivi, huh? Kind of funny name. My name's Puck.
Of course
a totally normal name. Pleased to meet you.
Of course you're Puck. There are so many... I was gonna say, what's over there? Gonna be relevant later?
Trying to find loot.
We're looking for a kitten.
Yeah, I can never get that back.
No.
Finally made it.
Looks like we made it.
This ball will be inside the castle.
This seems like a horrific security flaw. What do you mean we'll be in the castle and we just cross some roof?
Just a very short plank gets you into the castle.
Like, you could jump that if you had long legs.
It's true.
You didn't even have to climb the wall. It was just open.
All these hippo. Or that might have been a bovine.
I was gonna say, you look kind of like a goat or a cow.
That looks like a parrot, maybe with a big puffy.
There's definitely feathers happening. Ah!
Yeah, I remember that. The queen is.
I remember that now.
Steiner.
Yeah, who looks like he's wearing liquid eyeliner.
Extremely so. He's very emo.
Is the queen evil, or am I making that up?
Queens are always evil.
This is valid.
I mean, like...
Especially if they look like that. It's like Wicked Stepmother territory.
Well, and I feel like that's kind of the thing about this game, is that, like, why it gives me storybook vibes is because it's, like, so on the nose.
Tropes,
yeah, it's like, oh, It's an ugly queen. She must be evil.
Yeah.
Hey, young king, how's it going?
Hello.
Yeah, it's like obviously evil queen. The rat kid, obviously the one that's doing dubious shit to get you in. Like,
yeah,
we're following this sort of like trope, at least so far. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. The mic is weird just because there's the two of us in here. Cappa is actually here visiting, and so the mic has to be in a different weird place.
Yeah, we're both using it. I don't know. Does it need to like turn towards you more?
I mean, I guess it could. But yeah, that's why it sounds different. It's just
hopefully you can still hear and it's fine. But
it's set up on the desk instead of like on the stand, appropriately located near my face. But anyway, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. Our heroine, Princess Cornelia, torn from her lover, Marcus. She attempts to flee the castle only to be captured by her father, King Leo. When our story begins, Marcus, having heard of this, crosses swords with the king. Have you ever heard of Show Don't Tell, my dude?
Yeah, like what the heck? Is this really the first scene?
The whole play, my dude. And now, your royal majesty, Queen Braun, your highness, Princess Garnet, noble ladies and lords, and our rooftop viewers, Tantalus proudly presents, I Want to Be Your Canary.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
That's like a modern name trying to sound like an old play name.
Yeah.
Because like an older play would be like, she stoops to conquer or something.
Fortune hath escaped thee. For what end shalt thou live? For the sake of our friend, let us bury our steel in the heart of the... Oh, that was fast.
That was so fast. Lightning.
I think it was the wretched King Leo, but
that's
I didn't get to it.
That background pretty.
We shall back thee, kinsman. Pray, sheathe thy sword. This... Okay, nay, kinsman. For I too have lost a brother to this fiend.
Yeah.
What ho, out vermin, away! Thou darest bear thy sword before the king. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Treacherous Leo, my kinsman, suffering shall not, for I shall instruct thee in his incomparable pain. Good God.
Oh, we actually have to fight? Come on, man.
Well, I also think we're probably supposed to lose because we have a job to do. Or it's all going to be 0 damages because we're you know, making a show. Oh, I see. It's not a real fight. The SF, it's special. It's why it's called SFX. Oh, I killed him. Oh, I killed him. Bonk. Instructions unclear. I was unaware that I was maybe not supposed to get. Oh no, he's okay. He's fighting for real. All right, beat the shit out of him. All right, we've done enough fancy shit. Kick his teeth in.
Main character already has 105. Okay, that kind of looked like you coded with the RBG swirling rainbow tail and a meteor.
I think that's... I'm trying to figure out if these are just random spell effects that they've whipped up for this, or if those match actual spell effects later in the game.
Speaking of RGB, I made Paul put a picture of his computer in the Discord because it's shiny.
It is shiny. Ah, God.
And the the picture doesn't properly capture.
Thou hast not seen the last of me, shiny. Marcus.
But it is cool.
Come back. Out of the way, blank. Consider this the day. If that's not the... Okay, if Prince Schneider were to marry Cornelia, peace would... No, you're actually talking to me. Peace would reign over both their kingdom. We're having an actual moment.
No, that was... Cornelia is the story princess.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's foolishness. It's confusing because he got
They used real names. That was weird.
Yeah, he used real names, which is so bizarre. If all were so easy, why none would suffer in this world?
So why is this guy like
I remember
in the story?
this song really well.
Okay, so we have a fight and run off.
My God, expect no quarter from me. I'm gonna correct me.
I just want to be clear that when you're in a fight on the stage, your scene partner does not yell out instructions.
This would have been...
You rehearse it really hard beforehand,
so
and you do
much
not deviate.
If the buttons were not correct.
Right?
This would have been a whole ordeal.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we not move the location of where you're yelling? Because it keeps kind of shuffling positions, and it's really making it hard for me to identify exactly where I'm supposed to look with the command.
It's always a thrill when you're out there in the audience doing your thing.
We shall finish this later. Come back here.
Yay,
Everyone.
We impressed everybody.
Perfection. Queen Braun was quite impressed.
Nice.
They demand an encore.
Do you get stuff?
Am I gonna get stuff from the... sure, like, I'll try. Yeah, we're back. Yay! That's the best thou canst do. Die, traitor.
When I was doing shows, my favorite way to enter or exit was always through the audience, because you could tell the audience really liked it.
It's true. Always exciting.
You get to see their costume up close and like...
You feel more a part of it. Like it's a whole thing.
It's a good time. In fact, I've done that quite a few times. In fact, more than one time have I had to run really fast down a very long aisle to hit the stage at a very specific moment. And no one else in the shows had to do that. At least 3 different shows.
Yes. We'll finish this later. Aha!
Do we have prezzies?
Okay, I'm not coming back.
No. Oh.
Damn! 10K. I bet the encore is probably the opportunity to get it higher if you did make it. Oof.
Okay, that's what I assumed was happening.
Finish changing Zidane? Yeah, but this helmet.
Alas, poor York. I knew him well, Horatio.
It smells.
Oh. It's a helmet,
what are you
not a
talking
skull.
My helmet totally reeks. Armor's way too big. It does appear to be big. My back. You have like, congratulations. The boots are wet.
Ew.
My gloves are all slimy.
Ew.
Boy, that is dedication to the job, my dude. There's cookie crumbs. Okay, I get the picture. So that's the package, right?
I hated all of that description.
Don't worry, I won't screw up. There's the freaking oglop that you've already screwed up. There we go. All right, first I'll go pour some sleep potion into Princess Garnet's. I've got a special something for the lovely queen.
It's like it's bugs.
Sleep so sound.
Are they sleeping? It seems like you knocked them out, actually. Because there was definitely a scuffle.
Yeah, we knocked them to sleep. According to recon, the royal seat will be right above the stairs. Got it.
The stairs?
Uh-oh. Scene where Marcus sneaks into Cornelia's chamber. About to start. Get this over with before the finale, okay?
Mwah! Is what that looked like, and you head out.
Gotta kiss the homies on the way out.
What's up?
That's funny. Okay. It's the princess.
For
Let's
sure.
See.
100%.
Something on my face? Oh no, you see. I thought maybe you were the one I've been waiting for all the time. I feel like Zidane might be way more smarmy than I was putting his voice. Because that one might have been like... It's it's hard to read in text because like I can't tell if that was a true I'm curious or if he was like I know what's up and now I'm going to like slyly riz up to like if that's the sort of personality. I don't
remember what he's like.
I know I don't have enough of a read. Maybe that's putting too much of the thief guy Belfier from Final Fantasy 12, transposing a little too much of his personality back onto Zidane.
I just don't remember what his personality is.
Yeah.
At all.
Excuse me, you were waiting for me?
If you did
what? Okay. He's definitely...
Okay, so he's fanboying right now.
Yeah, I've dreamt of meeting you here ever since I was born. Do you mock me? Oh, of course not.
Don't bite my thumb at you either.
I shall take my leave of you. Just a second. Met before? Oh, I do not know you.
Okay, book it.
Now, yeah,
book it, girlie. He's out of the way. No, you run.
You just leave.
You do not stand there while some weird guy is like, hey, maybe I know you. Like, no, book it. You gotta go.
Let's go hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the karaoke.
I'd never let someone as pretty as you get. That is so creepy. Oh, my God.
Maximally creepy.
Oh, my God.
Hey, what's going on, Zidane? All right. Also, this is some pretty terrible OPSEC. No real names in the heist.
No.
Like, come on, guys.
No.
I must go.
Yep, there you go.
Heck was that? Get up, Blank. That was Princess Garnet, you dumbass. Siri? Trouble are we in? We are in trouble.
What?
Kind of remember Zorn Thorn. Just seeing them now, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't remember much about them or where they come in. But
they're giving off
this is terrible.
Alice in Wonderland vibes.
Queen Brundleham. Must hurry, we must. Yeah, I really had not picked up the sort of storybook vibe the first time through.
No, it's kind of wild looking at this as an adult and being like, oh.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I got it. I get ya. We are in trouble.
Are we in? I help.
Perfect.
The right way? That is not.
I know it is not the right way.
Really? Do you?
I really do.
Wonder I sometimes do. Okay, Yoda.
Now is not the time to wonder.
We must hurry to Queen Brun. Wow, it's really hard to say two different things at the same time when you're not saying the normal one.
That is not the right way.
Not the right way, I know.
Do you really?
No, I really do.
I really wonder sometimes.
The time to wonder now is not.
We must hurry and
tell
Her Majesty.
Me what?
Me what?
Yeah, shut up. Like I said, it's hard when someone's saying the right way. Yeah. You have to say it the wrong
Your
way.
Your Majesty!
See the Queen we must!
Majesty is busy. Come back later. Is it an emergency?
We came in hot. An emergency it is!
A veritable emergency of terrible urgency.
I think I'm the not as smart
I'll
one
see
here.
what I can do.
Very grateful
we'll be very grateful. I couldn't find his text on the screen. Like I put it way down low. Grr, curse that Beatrix on trying to one up me. I did see a mod to let Beatrix join the party.
Oh.
Interestingly.
It'll be interesting.
So what exactly is the problem?
Game a lot.
Yeah, one of the mods, so the mod that I added is sort of the underlying
like quality of life,
life and general modernizing support mod, which also has a mod manager on it, which just has like a list of mods like registered to it. And so I was looking through and there was some interesting stuff, like just alternate version thing that like added a few bosses, added some scenes that I guess had originally been in the game, but then had been like
where'd they get those from? I'm so curious. Yeah,
by the directors and like the original devs. So it's like I don't know, but like reworks combat and stuff to give it a fresh playthrough for people who are you know well familiar with the game. So like, man, there's all kinds of weird.
It defeats the purpose of what we're doing to do that.
Yes, it does, because
it's interesting.
We would have been completely clueless as to what was different. So, but interesting that it exists regardless. Her Royal Highness.
Princess Garnet is in danger. Oh, okay, we agreed on that one.
Right there. I got bells for you. No interruption. Can't you see I'm watching the show? Yes, she did leave her seat a while ago. Majesty, it seems the Princess Garnet has run off the royal pit. Well, of all the... What could she be thinking? General Beatrix! Imagine, literally right there. Okay. And Captain... You... Captain Steiner. Yes, Your Majesty. Go find Garnet. At once, Your Majesty. Yes, my queen.
I'm getting clipped on
It's a Pluto. Yeah, it's doing something weird. I'm realizing. Because it's like
filling in edges or something.
Yeah.
It's super wide.
It's wide, but it's not always wide. And sometimes where the camera is like moving. I'm pretty sure the middle is the correct bit. So I guess I'm just gonna keep it cut down to that.
I just noticed that one of the dialogue bubbles was kind of off, went out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Alright.
I think that's the mod updating it to be widescreen, because obviously originally this was a 4:3 resolution instead of a full widescreen.
Yeah, and that is not what I'm looking at right now.
I've seen the borders move around.
Yeah, it's weird.
Sometimes it's tiny, sometimes it's sometimes the background slides in. It's like, what is happening? Like the Atimbo!
Why? Leg.
Huh? Where is everybody?
Oh.
Captain, sir! All present and accounted for, sir! What are you talking about? There's only 2 of you! Where are the other 6?
Oh, we only saw 2, I swear.
True. That one's not us. Ah, you useless good-for-nothings! I bring orders from the Queen! Get dressed and go find Princess Garnet! Alright, now like my feet are...
Yeah.
You can't quite see it on...
stream, but the toes are poking past that wall.
Here, let me pull that over. We'll give it a little bit more space. But look at the left.
Look at the toes.
I got toes poking out. I don't know what's going on. It's bizarre. Just the layout of this game is wonky now. Oh, this is on stage. Sorry, excuse me. That's not where I meant to be. Yeah, I guess they really did.
Here? Kind of.
Oh, really? At the latest hint? I thought I told you to look for the princess. What are you doing here? Oh, Captain, looks like Waymar got together with Barbara at the pub. Why do I have to hear this? I told you to go search for the princess. Yes. These are the worst nights ever, actually.
Yeah, they're bad.
We'll save.
Swap! Hey, Cobalt.
Hey, Cobalt. How's it going?
I do kind of enjoy the book swap.
Book swap.
Smack! Are they just standing in corners?
Those are the leggy ones, which I think are under Beatrix's command. We just have the dumbass brigade.
Just
well, some
ditch my
semblance of couch co-op today, yes.
We couldn't find a game that both of us could play, so I'm sidecarring Final Fantasy IX, which we don't remember that well.
Yeah.
But we did play it when it came out like 25 years ago.
Forever ago.
We're revisiting it similarly how we revisited Final Fantasy VIII, only we are much more familiar with Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, well, and this one's sort of interesting today, because it's the fashion that we would have originally played all of these games, which is, in the same room. Yeah, see, and now this scene actually has the full ultra-wide
it's taking up
background,
the whole thing.
Which is so bizarre, because it makes it very difficult to actually, like, gauge what shape this needs to be on stream.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go with the middle-ish.
So I wonder, did they add to the old background? Did they stretch it out? Like, what did they do to make it like this?
Well,
it looks pretty seamless.
Possible that it all existed, and it would have panned more as we went across it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
So many fine dishes. Because it does pan even still.
It does. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you guys can't quite see that there's a door over there right now.
Why is the guy, his eyeballs are it? That is so creepy. They're all like that. What is? Licky tongue.
Yay! Ow!
Is this the one where we like look for recipes?
I think. I don't know.
Is this the one with the cat?
No.
What was that?
Cat's 7. Kate said.
Oh.
That we do get. I think the name is Queena. We get one of these guys, and I think it's the blue mate that gains magic and abilities possible from eating either enemies or food? I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there, I guess.
Yeah, we don't remember things. That picture in the background.
Nightmare.
I mean, it's fuzzy, and thank God.
It is. Dumbass. Mulenketheim. Bluterdite 9. I'm so hungry. Wimps like you were the reason nobody relies on men in Alexandria. Like to bullet, you worthless grub.
Do what?
Whatever, Captain. I'm so hungry. Okay.
Are we in a matriarchy?
Well, for Queen, Princess, they're the only ones that matter. And that pretty much solidifies that, yeah, it's a matriarchy. The main general is Beatrix. Most of the guards are...
Legs.
You know, that's how it goes.
Who's this room?
Okay, I thought there was a door down.
Why are the beds all, like, shoved weird like that? Oh, maybe because there was an altercation?
Maybe.
Minor?
Do I have to find all these dumbasses? For one, I think I found the blueprint in Cowtown.
Those were the two early ones, and you found number 9, the Mulkidibide. At the end.
Yeah, Mordenkaiser, whatever his name was.
Mulkidibide. That.
Oh, it's Princess? No, today.
I am enjoying this flavor of male character who they're like, yeah, don't worry about the face, just mustache.
Also,
why are there so many of the same?
Yeah, this
model?
game.
That's wild.
More than 8 strikes me as just having been like, here's the scholar model. How many scholars do we want in the room? I don't know, like 4. It's just like the same guy 4 times. I do wonder how the princess's royal tutor, Dr. Tot, is doing.
Dr. Tot. I want Tater Tot.
Dr. Tater Tot. Good night 4. He never wanted to be in the village. He wanted to write. Captain, please let me quit the Knights of Pluto.
Yeah, it's not. It won't be this. Yeah, it's the same whether he hears. Just let him go.
Yeah, go on. I don't want to let you go. Now it's not the time. Go find Princess Garnet.
Wah!
That's true. That was the Waluigi. Wah! Man, it's no wonder they don't rely on men in this society. They all are not useful.
They're just running around their boxers. Have you noticed that?
Legs. It's disrespectful to attack anybody below the waist, so nobody wears pants in combat.
Eidolons. Is that this one's version of the summon? Okay.
Yeah.
Limit.
Which is a term that they use sort of across Final Fantasy. They often use that term. Her Majesty ordered some texts about Ada, but we've got a lot of books here, you know? Is it not organized? What kind of a scholar are you? What kind of a library is this?
Card catalog, man.
I haven't seen the princess today.
I remember too, this doesn't do limit breaks the same way, and I really liked the limit break system of 8, and we had just played it so much.
Yeah, I
did not like that the limit breaks were gone.
It goes back to more so the traditional way of doing limit breaks.
I just think the limit breaks of 8 were so good.
It was just wild in 8.
And that was such a good name.
Lazy, be a hit. Fail. Just before the curtain falls, Her Majesty will be most displeased. And we will be the laughing stock of Beatrix and her wreck. I must hurry. It's
now that I've played more of the later games though, and like gotten used to the way that Final Fantasy just doesn't do the same thing ever. To its detriment in later games, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not as mad at this game as I was.
Right. Like that. Another excellent
honestly,
reason to revisit it.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 8 was really kind of that's when you're dude.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Was it? It looked. I thought it was a.
No.
Oh no, you're right. It
having a hard time. It's totally one of the dudes.
Rare. I'm so tired. Oh. Tired. Climb this tower for exercise too?
Why are you exercising?
No. Searching for Princess Garnet. Princess at the top of this tower or not? I want to reach the top, but at my age, I get so short of breath.
Final Fantasy VIII was really, in pretty much all capacities, my first Final Fantasy game.
He rears its ugly head.
Game is one with Bunny Man.
I don't. Well, the one that has the bunny faction was 12.
And they don't have dudes, right? It's just
I believe
bunnies.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Which you might be thinking of 14 when the bunny faction was introduced to 14.
And there was no bunny man,
people
and it
got
was frustrating.
Yeah, people got fussy about it. I don't necessarily know what you mean by bunny man hate. If it was like in-game bunny man, like racism, or if you're talking about like the internet being uproarious about the bunny man, which probably would have been 14.
Yeah.
No, must persevere. The princess must be found.
Speaking of.
Yeah. But there was in-game racism. Yeah, it probably was. Well,
what?
I don't
just
remember.
Running around in
over there. It's Princess Garnet. Being hounded by brigands. Fear not, your night is coming. After he finishes hopping up and down. I still do find it a little bit annoying how like softball RPGs treat serious topics. And of course that was why I was so upset with Tales of Arise.
Yeah.
Because they had an opportunity to actually deal with like a really serious topic, win the slavery, and they just didn't. And it was so frustrating.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
And obviously,
and like, just don't handle that topic then.
Yeah,
do it like that because it's upsetting. That's upsetting, actually.
Yeah, like just don't.
You could have really done anything, and you just
Where'd the princess
did whatever that was. Whoop.
But
that was funny.
Game is still a little bit loud. Pull it back. We on the struggle bus as far as getting the audio right. Hold your horses there. What kind of cattle you take? Oh, I guess that'd probably be a southern.
What kind of cattle you chasing, darling?
Yeah, that'd be it.
You should at least say you're sorry.
Please pardon me, I was in a hurry, you see.
And here I am, fixing to get ready for my big entrance. Is she with us? Or she just...
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Oh, definitely.
I guess so. Hey, Zidane, did you see the way she hit me? This cowgirl's wilder than Buck and Bronco.
Just let me talk to her, Ruby.
Come again, partner? Did you hear what I was saying?
Hey! Ruby, we'll talk later. Gimme. I
like Ruby's outfit. Oh, she's on our boat.
Are we literally on the boat now?
Yeah, she's on our boat. I mean,
problem
fine.
solved. Whew. Well, looks like you finally made up your mind.
What does that mean?
I really had to improvise, but hey, we got her. you work on this thing too? So figured it out.
Kinda.
I have no doubts expected. Is that actually? Wow, that barely was a reveal.
I really thought she was gonna take the hood off. What the heck?
Like, let me just scooch it up a little bit so you can see my forehead. Like, what do you? Okay, Princess Garnet, Hill Alexandros, heir to the throne of Alexandria. I have a favor I wish to ask of you. I wish to be kidnapped. I don't. You got it. I mean, Princess, where are you? Actually, that was probably time. Please, they've come from... Aha, so that's... No. All right, leave them to me. Thank you for my credit. All right, then, Your Highness.
Weird.
Because she's a princess.
Okay, but we were gonna drug her unconscious and abduct her.
We're pivoting. Come on.
We're pivoting to chivalry.
That's right. That's right. We gotta play the part. Because now we only are gonna get in trouble by other people. No longer are we going to be in trouble with her also.
Till she finds out.
Don't worry about it. What do you think this is? Some kind of stupid after-school movie where...
Well, some kind of video game where our past choices are going to bite us in the rear end in Act 3? Yeah.
You're like, oh, we were just doing this on a dare, but now I feel it for real. No. None of that.
We still don't know why we're doing it,
do we? Pivoting. No. We're just pivoting. New plan. We're adaptable. Shall hereby do my best to kidnap you. From this moment forward. Starting right now. What are you two doing? Come on, this way. Don't worry, Princess. It's my friend, Cinna. Oh, really? Sorry you startled me.
Cinna, we are going to kidnap her starting now.
Well, with a face like his, I'd be pretty shocked, too. Man, that hurts. I wash up every morning, you know. Why's your nose so red? This way. All right, we'll follow you. Let's go. Princess! 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 Princess? Princess! Princess? I freaking find her. Where have you been? Sir, I'm sorry, sir. Princess! I find it odd that, like, they just kind of arbitrarily choose whether or not they want to show the person's name who is talking. Like, they just make shit up every time. They're totally inconsistent.
What? Why is he acting surprised that it's a dead end?
Hey, Cinna, this is a dead end.
You're on the ship.
I thought in my head. Open! Sesame!
Why is Zidane surprised?
I set up this escape pack. Well, because you can't leak the secrets you don't know. Princess!
Oh.
Princess! Come on!
Who's gonna close that behind us?
Oh my god!
Why are we so bad at this?
The princess must be down there. Why did we make this escape hatch? I'll go first, sir.
All you gotta do is... Okay.
Well, fortunately, they're idiots. Hey,
okay.
What do you think you're doing? Captain Sir, I'm stuck, sir.
I forgot. This is tomfoolery. The vibe is tomfoolery. I forgot.
Absolutely, the vibe is tomfoolery. He bought it. Nope. Never mind. It's a friend. Trickin'. It's trickery. Okay, maybe we shouldn't make the escape hatch to the engine room, because that's just asking for somebody to kick our engine out. Wow.
Or at least close it behind you.
Also that.
What's the point of having a hidden escape hatch if you leave it open?
There is no point. It's
What's
a
up with the
terrible
bathroom
plan.
peanut?
Huh? I'm sure that's a reference, but I am not familiar with it.
I sounded like Jerry Seinfeld for a minute. Vaguely. Like
What's
the only...
deal with the bathroom
peanut? Yeah.
What's the deal with airline food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only like the...
Literally the only
jokes
joke he
about...
had,
well,
seemingly.
but it's also only the jokes I know about Jerry Seinfeld. Not actually Jerry Seinfeld, though.
Wow, you're really athletic, Prince. I think I'm falling.
Oh my god.
It's nothing. I've been training to escape the castle after all. What a waste. If only you weren't a princess.
I forgot he had been a creep.
For idle banter. Come, let us move on.
But he is a creep.
Yep.
I am taking notes, mental notes, for my steampunk island and my Minecraft world.
Fair enough.
I like the little umbrella bellows situation we got.
Get the play over with and get the hell out of here.
Push a button? Is there a button?
I mean, there's a door up there. Right. Later, Dirk.
That! Oh!
What? There's already a freaking escape!
What the heck?
Fireman's pole! Aha! Princess, I, Steiner, have come to your rescue.
No thanks.
You needn't worry, your highness.
I think that's our friend. Blank?
Good work.
Oh, it's totally Blank. You can see he's got that dark leg.
This will be remembered as the Pluto Knight's finest hour. Just relax, princess. Get you out of here. What? That literally could have been either side.
I know, that was not telling at all.
That's not the time to be like, what? Like that also the
Sounds
thing you're
correct.
trying to do. You are also trying to get her out of here. You're not one of my knights. Oh, maybe he just recognized. You can just leave the princess to us.
To us!
To us!
To arms! Are we actually actors? Why do we have scenery? I'm really confused about who we are. Are we actually an acting troupe? Silk shirt.
Thanks for the
Shirt off your back.
Yeah, I guess. The implications are amusing. Either we literally stole his shirt, or he just had a spare shirt in his pocket for some reason. Have more stuff. Okay, now you're out of stuff. Keep on stealing.
I'm enjoying the shape of these chests. They are very pyramidal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I'll
more
never give up.
size. Ooh, oh, that's right.
What? Oh,
It's still
the
little bugs.
Oglops. No, I hate Oglop.
He's been bugged.
Get bugged, bro. Oglops are the worst. Everybody hates it. Now's a chance. Come on.
Like, there's just one hopping really close to the camera.
Right in the camera. Tonight, I shall finally see my daughter Cornelia betrothed to Prince Schneider. And then Prince Schneider and his kingdom will be mine. Wah!
We're just still having a play.
Your Majesty, we have caught an intruder. Why, my poor Marcus. Hark, lad, no matter how much thou dost treasure Cornelia, no matter how deeply she might believe she doth love thee, never shall I see her marry a peasant such as thee. When yon bell strikes 3, under the axe thou shalt be. As who? But now, cannot go any further.
We're in a ship.
Zane, get on number 2. Okay, Princess Garnet, this way. Ah! Yo! Furthermore...
Oh.
Hello.
The ship is the stage.
Guys, just improvise. Oh? What's all this? Cornelia! Marcus is Cornelia's lover. Oh, Marcus! Yeah, you're doing great. I have studied drawing. Shut up and act. Okay, guys, let's keep going. Braun's still watching after all. No, not the time. Okay, it's fine. Oh, Marcus, I missed you so. I wish never to leave thy side. Prithee lead me from this place. Oh, one of the scholars did mention that she was actually looking for the script of this play, so she probably did actually read it first. See, King Leo, thou shouldst give them thy blessing.
He's just wandering in a circle.
It's like, I don't... Never
like right down
side,
stage,
thou sayest.
Pulling focus.
Foolish banter, I'll not allow it. Cornelia shall marry none other than this man, Prince Schneider. Is that not so, Prince Schneider? Marry the princess, me? Aye, and this traitorous crew I will put to death. Ugh. Too many of them, run away. 2? That was equal numbers. Pray, sweet daughter, come home to the castle with me. Nay, father, I shan't return.
Your back is to the audience.
Cornelia,
I am
trouble
judging
me no
you.
more. This wedding is for thine own welfare. Be mindful of that. Oh, that's outside. I was like, why is there a beeping? No, it was a stupid car honking. It was just like quiet enough
was like,
that it
what?
seemed like it was the guy. I was like, what is this trying to tell me? I don't understand. Don't worry, it's nothing. Car really likes the scene, okay? They're just really into the canary, whatever the hell the canary is.
What is it? I want to be your canary or something?
Yeah, I want to be your
Which makes
dumbass.
no sense.
Not if I can help it. Now is my moment of vengeance. For my parents and for my love, Cordelia. Yeah, I shall cut thee down.
Oh, so we're going to regicide.
No, Cornelia. Marcus. Okay, just hands up. He's kind of wacky waving, arm flailing, inflatable tube manning over there. It's like he's never been to a play before.
He's never been on stage during a play before. No, and he is stupid.
I think he might be convinced that she just got stabbed.
100%.
He's very stupid. Marcus, forgive me. I still love my father. Princess! It's like this is the most convincing acting he's done.
Yeah.
Except he's not. I don't know if he's supposed to love her. He's just here. Prithee, forgive my selfishness, father, and spare my sweet Marcus. Bleh. What have I done? Am I never to hear her loving voice again? Am I cursed never again to feel her soft touch?
Not in front of her father.
Cruel fate, thou hast robbed me of all I treasure. Bleh. Marcus! Oh my! This year's show is splendid.
Wow, there's a lot of motion in that ocean.
I just realized what her character what voice came to mind and why I'm talking like it's freaking Hedonism Bot from Futurama. It's why, because stupid. That's the voice that came to mind was freaking Hedonism Bot. Why did you have to die? Why? Now, where could Garnet be? She's in. Wow, what a show! Why is that so goddamn close? Yeah, so sad.
Just standing in the aisle.
I'm glad we climbed all the way over here. How about you? Huh?
You guys are so obvious. What are you doing?
Stop you!
I don't know what that other one said.
Come back, I think, something.
Fool
I'm out of here. Abandoned. Yes.
Come back here.
Yeah, they're way more whimsical with the chat boxes. Like they have
they're
like
moving around.
Character all on their own. Like they're just like I'm moving across the screen, just like bouncing around, following dudes. Like they're all over the place. Ah, forgive me. Princess. Leave me alone. Stop. Come back here. Don't come any closer. Where? Ah, I'm on fire! Ow, that's hot! Whee! Ah, shit. That would have actually
Time to go!
God, I so wish that that's what Baku said. It was just like, ah, shit.
That would have been amazing.
Today, it's time. Princess Garnet, let's get out of here.
Cheese it! It's the fuzz!
What's going on? Diner, don't follow me anymore. Captain, sir! We await your orders, sir. Well, Princess, I'm afraid I cannot comply. Stubborn as always, aren't you?
Yeah, well...
Come on, Princess, let's ditch
Mom gave the
Sarustalot
order
and get out of
already.
here.
So...
Princess, wait. Hey, kid, you okay? Yeah, I just tripped, that's all.
He's good at that.
Prince, I cannot allow you to go. Seize them at once. I'm so unstable on all of these voices. I'm sorry. I'm not much of a voice actor. And shockingly, as much of a, like, storybook as we're working with, they are not sufficient, like,
There's not sufficient characterization to make it obvious the way
yeah, like, I don't have sufficient characters to like work from right now. I'm doing my best. My best just isn't very good.
Goodbye to that guy.
I'm gonna be late for my day. Oh, I can't. Oh my god, I can't do any of that. That's so much mana. Oh my god. I have 46. Why does she already have this spell that takes 226 to summon? Who decided this? Only a flesh wound. Okay, Black Knight from Monty Python. Stabilizers configured. Good. Engine room is good to go. All right.
Come on, you need those little tubes with the little little gramophone horns in the wall to talk through. Do the steampunk properly.
I've kept talking about it. I really do need to have a couple streams where I just look at like voice coaching and like how to do accents, and just so that I have a bigger repertoire to like. This guy's got a Boston accent. Why? Doesn't matter. Just like
I have an accent book that's actually really helpful.
This way we can identify who's who when I'm required to read 12 different voices through the course of a game.
I have an accent book that's really helpful because it goes through the process of walking you through which sounds get replaced with what.
That could be useful for sure.
And it is locked.
Yeah.
It's got tons and tons of action.
I'm sure those are all over YouTube as well, and I feel like me hearing them works a lot better for me. There's just a cannon in the castle. That fires bombs.
Bomb.
Literal bomb. Yeah, and the fights are always ultra wide now. The layout of this game is strange now that it's modded. I realize. Okay, I think we're just trying to get him out of here faster than the bomb goes off.
But I always learn accents better like a language. So when, or at least my experience with Spanish was, they would tell you what letters make what sounds to replace them with. And this kind of approaches it the same way.
Yeah.
Because then you can also always look up someone speaking with that, like the coach.
Yeah. I think in the combination of those two would probably help me the most.
Anytime I think I've looked at like accents on YouTube, I don't really tend to find one where they give me the like just straight up give me the substitute.
Yeah, I think a combination would help, but I'm also quite shitty at learning languages. So I don't, like, I feel like me hearing it and then mimicking it would be more effective. But also it would be an interesting stream to actually watch some of those videos and be like, hey, y'all, let's do it together.
Yeah.
But having
I'm actually really
borrowing
crappy
that book
at, like,
would help.
I'm actually really crappy at just hearing it and then reproducing with my mouth because I think too hard about it. So if I hear it and then I'm like, oh,
I just kind of blow.
I know that when in these situations, instead of they say ah, and then I hear, like, it's just easier for me to figure it out. That is a large bomb.
It's a big one. Okay.
Oh, she liked that way too much.
Oh. And then the explosion started. Oh, we're fine.
Then take a nap.
Somehow.
Then fire the missiles.
We're finer than I expected, but we're not fine.
We're certainly finer than she. Oh.
We're feeling rough.
Things are bad.
I'm sorry to that house.
Goodbye to that.
Hopefully the insurance covers that.
That's why they let us fly the ship up to them, because
it was
it's
the stage. Yeah.
Which is actually a super cool concept.
Yeah, a roaming acting troupe that brings their own stage. It's pretty cool.
It's super cool. I kind of want to do that in my Minecraft island.
Yeah. We're not doing... We're gonna crash. There are a lot of cutscenes at the beginning of this game.
Yeah. I like it. I always like to feel like I'm in a movie.
Which actually, yeah.
If it's a good movie.
It's actually kind of surprising.
That looks awesome. What the heck?
They're great on the cinematographer.
That is
even
so
if the graphics are a little old, but like, man. Got it. I was amazed because, so I picked this game up like Friday or something, and then shortly thereafter I also picked up 2 Point Museum just as a thing for me to play on my own because I was out of things to play on my own. And like 2 Point Museum is a thing that came out this year, and I was surprised because this game was like just short of 10 gigabytes to download, and 2 Point Museum, a modern game, was like 4 gigabytes. So it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes in this because I'm sure that is the vast majority of that space is just F&B. On it.
Why would you fire on a boat you knew your
never imagined you would do something? Or she just didn't give a shit. Like,
I think that's probably true. Oh,
Zone. Phone.
That's alright.
Is all looks ready? Yes, magic. Combat ready.
Easily terminate Princess Garneted can, Your Majesty. I get one.
I need her alive. Bring her back at once.
You're not a nice person. We don't like you. I'll do the red.
Yeah.
That is just straight up a drawing. That is cool.
And now we're back to being a very small slice.
I hope we're getting paid a lot. Because,
right?
Yo, the whole boat
that
gone.
Can't be a cheap ship.
No.
Oh, you all right? Yeah, but the Prima Vista wasted. Just our luck to crash in this. Gonna get interesting. What do you mean interesting, boss? No one's ever made it out of here alive.
It will be interesting.
Bah, there's fire everywhere. It's out of control. Witcher wine and get it under control. Okay. And get the wounded out of here. Alright. Get our goods out of here, too. Weapons, items, anything we can use. No way we can survive if all our stuff is toast. I'm on it. Whew. I'm beat.
Koopa will show us the way.
Hurry up and put out the fire. I can't carry them all by myself.
What?
Yeet. Oh. What the hell are they doing? The whole ship's gonna burn out.
Why are we throwing bodies?
They're looking for Garnet. They're anywhere. She fell off. Squashed under the ship.
Are those not...
This is great. First we kidnap her, then we kill her. We'll hang for sure.
Are those not our people?
I think they're our people.
Why do we throw them like that?
We're just getting them off the ship. We got shit to do. There's a lot of them. We're rough customers, all right? Zidane, I'm surprised you made it. Believe you jumped off. You're nuts. You know that?
Sorry about your broken rib. I know it wasn't broken when the ship landed, but I threw you onto the ground and broke it.
Hey, we have more guys. I didn't jump off. I got thrown out from the impact. Was everyone okay? Yeah, we've all got the devil's luck. If we don't find Princess Garnet, we're all dead meat.
Active time event?
ATE Kupo. Active time event is this that lets you see other events that are happening at the same time elsewhere, Kupo.
Okay, so just a fancy
Press that button when you see the icon flashing below. More like interlude, probably. Yeah. I'm sure we'll pop up. You can press the button anytime while the icon is flashing. Start pressing.
So this is like the... Oh, yeah. So this is like a less slick way of doing the conversation in that other series, the Tales series.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't say it's less slick, though, because it's like the whole other scene. Like, yeah, it's really just...
They could just take us there, though.
Yeah, it's really just like
I don't know why.
Meanwhile, like,
yeah,
transition.
I just don't know why they're making us engage with it when it could just happen.
It could just happen. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll
have multiple choices and it'll matter what we pick.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know why it would be doing this. I wonder if that's the mechanism by which that alternate mod adds content. Like if there are a few of these that they found removed from the game. Is it still coming? No, it's one of the hands from Zelda. Well, yep, that was quite brief.
Kupo, how did you get here? You just follow us around?
Apparently.
I do like the little whoop.
Magnet? I'll tell you about Magnet.
Oh, this is Moscow. He also says Kupo.
Mail delivery system between Moogle. And maybe they all do aside from that one.
Incredibly well spoken.
Yeah.
He's so well traveled that he lost the accent.
Yeah. We can send and receive letters to and from Moogles in other locations. Delivery has been very sporadic lately.
You have no makeup.
Yeah, worst situation I've ever been in. Miss Blank's already searched inside. Search out. No, I had to throw those guys. They're in my way. That's why.
Oh, but why? Evil Forest. So, okay.
Wow.
Not subtle.
Literally just called
it's just
the
Evil Forest. No sort of fantasy name of like the Forest of Mourning or none of that.
Nope. Evil Forest.
It's just evil here.
Just use the trouble. What the hell's that? Yeah, I heard.
I'm aware. Oh,
she's really in trouble.
Is that
Release the princess at once.
Oh no, she's in the bowl.
Yeah, like really gonna
Bulbasaur. No.
Bad Bulbasaur.
Is it a? No, that's not a.
It might be in Ochu.
Yeah.
Ochus are usually sort of that shape. France. Yeah, that's And I'm so angry. It actually works a lot differently in this one, I remember. I think you stay in a trance for longer than just one turn. Could it really be trance? I've heard of it.
Okay, what does it do?
Trance is induced by a surge of emotion. Right, let's take him.
Oh, that was not a spell that you got cast on, like confused. No, this is your limit break, and you're doing it because you're mad.
Yeah, absorb.
No. They really liked that boss fight in 8, and we're like, yeah, bring that back.
I got an idea.
Bring that back. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, you get a couple rounds of it in this one, and there might be like things to modify how long it lasts. I'm just gonna waste it.
I really really like her outfit. Orange isn't my favorite, but I can't help but noticing how tight her pants are. What the heck is happening?
You freaking caked up on a Tuesday afternoon over here.
It's like a Barbie doll with the clothes painted on.
No, this is no time to be a... Oh. Is that what you think we should do?
Did you not remember the FF9 that we just referenced?
I kill it fast enough that it doesn't matter every time. That's how I deal with that. Like, I just beat the living shit out of her.
Yeah, you guys are looking kind of rough. Right stem.
Left stem. Wow.
Left stem.
Ow!
Yeah, your level.
Bro, that sucks.
I think you need to heal both of them.
I do. What? Wait, what button has been hit that is making me auto? Why am I on auto? I don't want to auto. Hello? Why? Literally why? How did this happen? Like, what? What the damn hell?
I don't know. What did you put?
I honestly don't know.
I don't either.
I didn't think I hit
realize
anything.
You were doing that. Yeah, she's gonna go down. Goodbye. I can't. Yeah.
Well, I lost like 3 turns.
Yeah, that was bad. I don't know what happened there. Toes? What?
Huh?
What?
Well, because I hadn't hit literally anything at all.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And then I noticed the auto pop up like when it started. I
thought
like
it
in
just
one
was doing
moment
that when it was
drained.
absorbing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I was like, what? Like, and then I didn't realize I was like, oh, suddenly I'm not in control.
Pretty rude.
Also, apparently they added like autosaves. I did not go back to the book.
No,
I was just here.
Look both wet.
Yeah. I kind of wish you could summon a Moogle as like a attack summon and just have like thwap giant book. That would amuse me
like
tremendously.
Like a spider? Like you drop a big old book on a spider?
I'm in auto again!
How?
Okay. I think I figured out at least what button does it.
Was it a trigger?
It was. I must
it
have
like sitting in your
I must have bopped it, yeah.
Bop it. Twist it.
Screw it. Auto must be new for this release, because I don't think Auto was in the original.
I don't remember. I never would have used it, so it would never have come up, really. Hey, what if we want to do an SFX? Why are you limiting my choices?
Oh, I should have changed my equipment. I forgot I stole Maze Master.
Oh, yeah. This enemy's lips are, like, desiccated and dry looking. They're good.
Yeah.
Get that boy some chapstick.
Ow.
Why every turn?
I know, it's very irritating. It does it very frequently.
Every turn.
Yeah, keep slapping him. He doesn't take any damage. That would be super. Nope, don't slap me. That's upsetting.
Stop it.
Sending the kills now. Probably down to the 20. This is very, like... limited margin of error in this battle.
Yeah.
Like, they're...
Especially if we're one so early.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you played it in Final Fantasy, yeah, you know what's going on.
Like, you figured this out by now? Yeah? Alright. You had a bunch of fake fights with special effects and things? Alright, get in there. Like, what? Yeah. What? Hold on.
Hello again. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Lock-in.
That's alright. We've abducted the princess. Now we're trying to save her from a monster.
It's doubly abducted her.
She wanted us to abduct her. She did not want the monster to abduct her.
True.
So we're having a moment. Our airship has crashed.
In the evil forest.
Yeah, in the evil forest. On a mission to the forest.
Nope, you're just leaving.
Okay. We know that the queen is evil because she talked about harming the princess. So.
What the heck? Where did they go?
Just like rapid looking is like no one would look like that.
Real quick, look around.
You can't see anything.
I was too scared to cast any spells. The monster's probably gonna eat her. How could I let this happen? Don't worry, she's not dead yet. The monster was only a minion. He's probably gonna take her to his master.
So we shouldn't worry?
Under what?
But also, how would you know that? Have you been in here before?
Basis?
What is happening?
Yeah, like what?
That is such a leap. She could be like,
you know,
a leopard. It's dragging her up to a tree to leave her on a branch and eat her later.
Well, yeah, that's why I was like, if I saw someone who is actively under attack by a wild animal, I would not immediately think,
oh, it's a minion.
That wild animal is a minion, and definitely going to be just taking it.
I might worry that it has babies and it's taking it back to the nest, but that is a plan. It does not have babies.
Still be. Come, we must go find her at once.
None of us were suggesting that we're not. Okay, bye.
Right. We're back again.
We're doing it again.
For crying out loud.
Bro, you better cast fire right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. Burn that shit out of there. Oh, is this teaching us about designer's art, maybe? Maybe you have even less HP.
He's a mate.
Oh, I stole a thing.
No?
No, can't say I have.
Never come up.
It has not. Go, VV, burn the shit out of him.
Again.
Oh, shit.
Why do these things have so much health? And then they absorb. They get all their health back.
I've not been paying attention to how much health.
Oh, he's probably gonna die.
Yeah. No, that was...
that is a miracle.
I feel like I've been trying to pay attention if the third one came up, but...
Good job, buddy.
Much easier with him burning the shit out of him. Proceed with the burning.
Right them!
Burn.
Oh, good job. I feel like you wouldn't have to be killed to not hang on to someone who's burnt.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what?
I would just let him go. I'd be like, just kidding, bye.
Yep. I mean, that's like trying to eat a poisonous frog. It's like, no. Like,
no,
I'm good.
No.
All done with that. Hooray. Ooh. Thanks. You alright?
Time for the princess.
Yeah, I think. Oh, for crying out loud.
For Pete's sake.
Have I seen the Blade movie? A long time ago. I did, but it's been a very long time.
We back on the ship?
I probably know more about Blade from sort of the fact that it's a relatively significant, like, cultural movie more than I remember from actually playing it. Like, it gets referenced more. You guys are lucky. If it weren't for Zidane, you'd both be dead.
Where are we?
Well, the monster, of course, produced plenty of seeds.
Ew.
When the seeds sprout, it's hasta la vista. You become beef jerky. Jerky? Am I gonna die? No, you're gonna be fine. Here, drink this. We'll remove all the seeds from your body.
Ew.
Yuck. Good thing we have that. Princess, I'm coming right now.
Okay, so apparently we put the fires out on the ship.
Yeah, it's intact. Stand aside. Room behind you. Go. Princess, is it grave danger to abandon her? For no condition. Don't worry about the princess. Boss will think of something. I like how these two are like
identical.
The nurses. They're like, nah, like freaking
the orderlies.
Yeah, like, no, you dumbass, get back to your room, go lay down. It's like, why these guys? Like, all right, whatever.
Hey, there's not that many of us.
No. Hey, stop. Like, get out of there. Get some rest. Don't they have like freaking hooks for hands? Yeah, take that medicine I gave you.
I feel like if it was staff. Take the medicine or die of seeds, I would need to observe him take the medicine. There's no bed. He's just in a music room.
Alive, rest in my hands. What can their boss possibly come? So damn. This medicine. There. Dollar. Yes, like poison. I don't know what that means. Huff, huff, heave, heave.
He's out of breath. He feels bad.
I can't take it anymore. God help me. Oh. Hey, not bad. Forget it. Monsters going out of this are crawling everywhere. But what? Nothing out there we can handle.
How do you figure?
Yeah, but what are we going to do about the wounded? We can take them with us. How are we going to carry all of them? Trust me, we go out now and we'll all get...
The second time they said wasted?
Wasted.
And I feel like that doesn't get said like that very much anymore.
Yeah. My boys come before the princess, you know. Too bad. Ugh. We're going to stay put till everyone recovers. You better not step one foot outside the ship. You got that?
Use your tail, then you won't put your feet on the ground.
Can't believe you're abandoning her. You're nothing but a big cow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I meant to check my equipment. Active time event. See if we can
see if we can watch both, yeah.
As well. Hey, Syntax. How's it going? Oh no, Ruby.
Oh no, we left Ruby. I for sure. Oh,
you were talking.
Where'd everybody go? And what am I supposed to do now?
Nope.
I for real did. I'd forgotten about it.
Yeah, right. Structure's in poor condition. Perhaps we can clear it out by ramming into the wall. Fire, let me out! Ugh.
How's he supposed to rest in here? There's literally no bed. He's just stuck in a music room.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're rocking Final Fantasy 9.
9?
9!
What's this? What an ugly doll.
No, it's the princess.
Age 15?
She's...
How dare they write the princess's name on the
15?
Apparently.
Oh my, I guess we're 16.
Besides, the princess is not 15, she's 16.
I forget how little these people are.
Yeah, they're
just babies.
It was really that era of RPGs where they were just like...
babies.
Super duper young.
And then the old man would be like 28.
Yeah. Hello, babe. Should be here somewhere.
See, he's out in the forest.
Huh? Dang. Where is he? Darn it. Man, sleep now.
I know. According to these RPGs. Basically
yeah, seriously.
1 foot in the grave.
It's freaking crazy. Oh, of note, most of the packet commands are going to be disabled currently. Most of them act on the model, and
I
they
think the
simply
sound
don't.
ones.
Sound works, video works, voice doesn't work because I haven't updated that filter, and then the rest of the model stuff is currently disabled. Obviously, the model. He'll be back next time.
Just hanging out. Yeah, because both of us are sitting at the computer because I'm visiting, so there's no motion capture because there's two of us
model
here.
don't work like that. I mean, there are ways to get around it, but it's so much work that it's not worth it. Poor little doll, the fire probably caught it. Big fan. Oh.
You probably made it.
I remember the way it goes now. Like, my least favorite way for these things to work.
Excuse me.
Like, if I want to learn that skill, I have to just
wear it.
And you just wait until it freaking finishes or just miss out on the skill. I don't like that method of doing this sort of thing.
Oh, the symbolist.
There was a game on the Xbox 360 that did that very much, which always annoyed me, which was the Lost Odyssey, I think, which otherwise was a very good RPG, but I just don't like being required to like do a bunch of fights when like it's just a farm skill.
Yeah. It would be one thing if you could like queue up a series of them, but the fact that you have to like watch it like a hawk and switch it out, like it's just too much babysitting.
Well, and plus then you end up finding out that you're like, oh, I have like 3 pieces of equipment for this slot queued up, and like I'm using suboptimal gear because it's like, well, I'm just waiting till I finish the skill. Come on. The avatar gives a surprising amount of emotion through. It does. That is the way that it is sort of designed to work, especially because I talk a lot through my hands. Like I move my hands a lot, so not being able to do that is unfortunate.
I'm very jealous of your hand motion capture. I want to get some of that too. I need to start streaming again now that I'm not busy all the time.
True.
Because I miss my model. Like, look at that queen.
I made it.
They're beautiful.
I know how great it is. Good. I made it happen.
Poking his little face out of the side. That's an actual like screen grab of the model. So that is correct. Really clean. Looks really good.
Yeah. Have I played any of the Ben 10 games? I have not. Ben 10 was a franchise sort of long after I was sort of young enough for that to be, I guess, relevant to me. Not that it's necessarily childish or bad.
I have never even heard of Ben 10, so
like, yeah, I just missed the boat on that.
We're ancient here.
Yeah.
I'm not completely unaware of video games. I do play them, and I've never heard of Ben 10.
I know Ben 10 exists as a like whatever a universe, a franchise, I guess would be the word. But I've never really looked into it or done anything with it. Plants that attack people. They don't call it evil force for nothing.
The fun about this game, Syntax, is that Poe and I, when I sidecarred Final Fantasy VIII, like we played that game so much. This one we don't remember a lot.
Not even a little bit.
Like as we're seeing stuff, it's like, oh, I remember that character, but like it feels very new.
Yeah.
The main thing I remember about this game is that I was not prepared for it to be so different from Final Fantasy VIII, and I was like, Final Fantasy VIII was really my special Final. Like I really liked it, and so this one I was like, what is happening? We talked about at the beginning of the stream that 7, 8, and 9 really came out within like 2 to 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
And so it was like right on top of each other.
Which is nuts.
It's wild.
Looking back.
But also, if there had been more break, I might have liked it more at the time.
Well, maybe. Yeah, because I mean, if we had like played 8 repeatedly as we did.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt we got 8 when it was brand new. I don't remember if I did. Just
I don't know. We would have waited
like,
that long. We were still into like how soon were we into RPGs?
But it's more about the circumstance that at the time it's not like I had money, like a cash flow. So it was like, did I have to wait for a birthday or Christmas to get it? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Because that was one that we owned. Like, we didn't rent that one. We owned Final Fantasy VIII. So, like, was it immediate? Did we wait a little bit? And then, like, it's far more likely that we would have been a lot more immediate potentially on 9, just because we were so into 8 that we were, like, looking, like, oh, 9's coming out. We're so excited. Let's get that right away. And so it's like, we could have still been, like, deep in actively playing 8 by the time 9 came out. And so it was just like,
I'd be interested too to go back and like the other RPGs we were playing, like Chrono Trigger and Legend of Dragoon and all of those, and like figure out the timeline on those.
Yeah.
Like, when did they come in the...
Well, and and having been so much less aware of I don't know, everything that was going on at the time because I was a young child. So it's like, it's hard to say if we played them when they first came out, or if we got into them because we played the Final Fantasies, and then we were like, what else might exist? And they could have been around for a long time. And
wasn't
it's just like,
it 8 that we saw the trailer or something for? I feel like we were so hyped. Or was that just the opening sequence of the game when we got it?
I don't know.
I remember being so hyped at that opening sequence. But yeah, we played all of these with me sidecar. Well, I played some of it. But
some of you, typically sort of tried.
Was
really the only one that I'd say managed to get was like I think Legend of Dragoon was really the one that you really sat down and played.
Yeah, and 8.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Well, we saved over it, and then I just watched you do it.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon, I think, actually is one that I remember far more recently trying to play.
Is it playable as like a...
I don't remember how I got hold of it. If it was on like
I'd play it.
I think it was on the PlayStation Store on the PS3. Well, maybe not, because I remember having gotten it and started playing it and being like, this dialogue is horse shit.
Oh,
like,
no!
It was really rough. The dialogue and stuff.
I don't remember that part.
I remember, like, it was just rough. It wasn't like atrocious in like a wow.
Was it a bad translation?
It must have been. It was super duper rough, I remember. And it was just like, wow, I don't remember this being that way. Holy smoke.
Yeah. I played, I think it was Chrono Trigger that was on the PS1.
Well, yeah, Chrono Trigger, because Syntax mentions Chrono's Cross. Which
I didn't play that one.
Yeah, well, no, it was. I actually think you might have it backwards. Chrono Cross, I think, was the PlayStation one. Chrono Trigger was the one on Super Nintendo. Now that I'm thinking about the names, yeah, we didn't really get into RPGs on the Super Nintendo era. We didn't get into it until PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I think honestly
was only Zelda, if you count Zelda as an RPG.
No. Super Nintendo. Oh, as far as what we played.
Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is that I have the weird memory. Like, I strongly remember being in a freaking second cinema video rental place, looking at the game and looking at the game boxes for Final Fantasy, for Earthbound, for all of those things, and like just not getting it. Like, we never rented them because I was just too young to get it at that time, I think. Like, I didn't have the wherewithal to really effectively play games like that, I think.
Understand the value, like how fun they
because I mean, that era, in that, like, the Super Nintendo era, for me, I have the distinct memory also of just having totally screwed up Super Metroid, because we got Super Metroid, we rented Super Metroid because it looked cool, which it was cool, obviously, but I being a very stupid young person, was like, oh, there's a file already on it. I guess I'll just play that one. It's so far. That'll be cool. And like, just not understanding the idea of like linearity in like content. Like, I didn't understand that would be
not fun,
ruinous to the experience, and then never really, like, I don't remember ever having then the wherewithal to be like, oh, I guess I should start a new game. Like, I just like, oh, this game doesn't make sense, because I was just
playing
too
in the middle,
young and stupid to like understand the ramifications of that action. So like, that's why I also, it's good that I never got any of the
first RPG we played. I'm not sure I do.
It might be Grandia 1.
Oh.
It might be. That is definitely one of the earliest ones that I can recall and know of, but I don't know if it was the first, technically.
I'd be so curious. I don't know that it's possible to remember, but
yeah. That's...
Was that also one with skyships?
No, that's Skies of Arcadia.
Ah.
And yeah, I loved Skies of Arcadia, so that was, I certainly enjoyed that. But I think it was Grandia 1, potentially. Like, surely it wasn't Final Fantasy 7.
That's a wild one to start with. I feel like that's not a gateway drug.
I think it was Grandia.
I think I vaguely remember, but at least the like a picture
I
of the
know
graphics
that was an early, like, that was certainly early informative, but I played so many weird RPGs that there could have been a different one.
There were so many at the time.
Yeah,
I feel like they don't make that. Man, it was like the golden age.
Yeah, the game.
But also there was some garbage.
Yes, that was the cost. Is you'd pick up plenty, then you'd be like, wow, these are really not very good. To your question, Bloxy, do I think the old original Xbox controls were annoying compared to the more? Not really. I think the Xbox was like, aside from the fact that the original Xbox controllers were gargantuan, and then they had to like make slim ones because they made them so huge. Like, for the most part, at the original Xbox era, they had started to sort of consistently understand how to make controls. Because they had the dual analog sticks, they had sort of worked out cameras as a right stick already.
Yeah.
Like, they had sort of smoothed them out.
I feel like PS controllers, when I think of controllers and like imagine holding one, probably a PS controller is the one I'm thinking of.
I actually don't like the PlayStation controllers. I do not like the 2 inset control stick. I don't like them tucked so far down. Because it feels much less comfortable to me than like the resting position of the
Man, the N64 controllers were weird though.
They were, yeah, the N64 was wild. I actually
There's
really
so many extra shapes there
depending on the purpose of like the controls, but for like twin stick shooters or FPSs, though now I just prefer mouse keyboard for first-person shooters. I don't really like using a controller at all. I actually really like the Wii U Pro controller, because the Wii U Pro controller actually had the opposite symmetrical layout to the PlayStation controller. So instead of the sticks being the lower portion and the buttons being the upper portion, it reversed it. So both sticks were like comfortably under your thumb at resting position. And then the buttons were like tucked in under, which I actually really liked that layout.
I feel like that just exemplifies the flip, right? Because there were no sticks, and then PS1 had sticks, but it was like not as clear as how important they were going to be, so they were out of the way. And then as it was like, oh, these are really important, sort of migrated.
Yeah,
but yes, Syntax, that is why whenever Poe and I are playing games and I'm having so much trouble with buttons and I'm like, I can't find the button. I don't know where it is. It's because I'm holding essentially a generic Xbox controller and my brain is hardwired for a PS controller. And so I don't know what buttons I'm pushing.
Yeah.
I can never find them. So just know when I'm struggling with buttons, it's not because I'm bad at buttons, it's because I'm bad at Xbox buttons. My brain just it yearns for the PlayStation controller.
Robloxian, that is true. I actually had forgotten about the black and white buttons, which are really weird choices for buttons. Thinking back, so I guess in some senses, yeah, they were kind of weird because like I don't know why they chose to do that. Like instead of not this the
no,
old,
I was just
original.
Looking because I was thinking about where X was, so I was just looking.
Yeah, because there's the black and white buttons, which were just strange.
I did not play with Xbox controllers when they were early. That I was sidecarring pretty hard at that point.
Well, yeah. Well, honestly, the Xbox era was when I was in college.
School?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, late Xbox era would have been when I entered college, but it would have been a little bit before that. So yeah, you would have been off at school, and then shortly therein, the Xbox 360 came out, and then I remember the Xbox 360 coming out. That was such a like kerfuffle of a game generation, unlike any is likely to ever be again, because it was at the time of the transition between standard definition and high definition television. So it worked on either. The 360, it did work on either, but there was a good number of games that the UI was designed for an HD television, and if you didn't have an HD television, you couldn't read anything. You actually just couldn't read the stuff on the screen. It's just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I remember that being a whole thing, because like I had in the dorm, there's only like maybe 1 or 2 high definition televisions at the time, so like it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
I actually we didn't have a 360, but I had a friend who did, and I didn't have a high def television, but I had what was kind of a weird like standard definition plus. Like it was a much clearer CRTV. So it was a weird TV. I think the parents still have that in the basement, or they used to.
That'd be wild.
They used to. They had that thing forever in the basement because it had a much more clear display than a standard.
Oh, is that the one we used in the basement?
When... Yeah. The one that was like, it was a flat screen, but it still had the whole box behind it, rather than a curved CRT
I remember that TV.
Yeah. That one was mine. I bought that. I took it to college, and so it was like the best TV in the dorm that wasn't an HD TV. So this friend was like, "Can I just leave the 360 in your room because we can like make out the words, even if it's like a rough?" It's like, go for it. So like, we had that in there. It was just like a whole
360
thing.
by proxy.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that was rough. That whole transition was wild. Anyway, back to what we're doing. You know, you've got some major power for this little guy. Okay. What's wrong? You peeved at me because I called you little? Hey, you're a great mage with great powers, alright? Hell with what's inside the count. Apart from that monster caught her, I couldn't do anything. Hey, don't worry about the princess. I'll get her back. I promise. Zidane. Whoa, that's the first time anyone called me Mister. Call me Zidane, alright?
I don't know. He's a little smarmy. He's
16.
So strange.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and as to the point of the freaking ages, this is the era.
This is that era of RPG where everyone is 16, and if you're any older than 16, you are like 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah, well, and I assume that is largely just because it was like, games are for kids.
Yeah.
Kids like to see other kids in games, and it's like, yeah, I guess so. But now as an adult, it's just like, can we not have 12-year-olds in games? Like,
yeah, it's wild.
That's weird. I would prefer we didn't do that.
Especially when they're like usually some type of romantic subplot.
Yeah, it's like we could just leave the subplot out.
Please no.
Pretty down.
And you seem to always have in the Japanese RPG this like 28-year-old who seems old but is kind of hitting on everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, again,
we don't need
16-year-old.
Whoa, flashbang.
That is so bright. Oh my god.
I'm glad you can appreciate why I say flashbang every once in a while. Because it's like...
Is he already reminiscing about their memories?
It felt so strange.
Oh god.
He fake.
This is how you get dudes who don't take no for an answer.
I think this is...
Because they think you're destined.
I think this is also one of the reasons that we weren't as keen on this game at the time, just because, like, as a character, Zidane seems much more of a weenie than Squall. Squall whined a lot. Let's not, like...
Yeah.
Squall was an emo whiny boy.
Yeah.
But
Squall's whining, when I was that age, felt way softer because I feel like I was in a teenage angst space.
Fair.
But, like, as I got older and I went back and played him, I'm like, oh my god, get it together, dude.
Yeah.
But he seemed a lot cooler than...
With freaking Zidane here, it's just like, what are you doing, man?
No main character will ever be cooler than Yuri from Tales of Vesperia.
He really is.
He just gets stuff done. He's like, good dude, and also chaotic good. Like, he will get stuff. No, I would say chaotic. I don't know if chaotic good. He straight up murdered a dude.
For the
I've never played a character who was like, yeah, you're actually just a bad guy, and instead of waffling about it, I'm taking you out.
Time for
and
you
then
to be
he
killed.
did.
I know. And
it was awesome.
I think that is why Tales of Arise made me so upset, because there was this obviously evil guy participating in slavery, total asshole, and causing like, active problems for people.
If we kill him, we're like, just like him. And I'm like, you're not. Guy. You're not just
that
like...
would be like mean or whatever. And then you let him go, and he shows up again and is like an asshole again. And you're like, okay, well, we beat him this time. He probably learned his lesson. It's like, no,
you just gotta kill him.
Kill him. And then
I've never wanted Yuri so bad in my life. I'm like, get him in here.
Everybody here is currently, unless Scobalts is here, everybody here is too new to remember that, like, that was one of the defining games for my channel. And sadly, I don't have the VODs because it was
I cannot believe it was that long ago.
I know. It was the Twitch era before I was keeping my VODs, because I didn't think it was going to be like a thing that I kept doing forever, apparently. But, like, I was so angry when he showed up to be the final boss again, and I was like, I wanted to kill this guy 3 times ago that he showed up, and then they had the gall to be like, and also it's a one-on-one fight, and I was like, one-on-one fights are the worst thing this game does. What is this horse shit? And I was so mad that I freaking quit the game at the final boss. I didn't even finish it. I was just like, I hate this so much. And then that game, for years, persisted to be the most played game on my Twitch streams. And I was like, why haven't I played anything as long as I played that? And I hated it. I'm so mad.
I thought Rhinestone Cowboy was bad in that game franchise, but no,
that one
Arise
was just like goofy. It was goofy. I at least like powered through and finished it.
Yeah, he was like a whiny kid in a weird costume, like pure white, bell-bottomy, like rhinestone. That's why we called him Rhinestone Cowboy.
There are people who were really excited about that one getting a re-release on Steam recently, and I was like, I have very different experiences with the Tales franchise than everybody else apparently.
Vesperia was top, like, S tier, and everything else has just
it's been fine.
Fallen kind of.
It's been good.
Yeah,
but
either
like,
been fine or fallen flat for me.
And then there's Tales of Arise, which was just a huge miss on
horrific.
Tone. Yeah. It's just like, which actually kind of similar to the South of Midnight that we just did, as far as miss on tone. Not as egregious in that one.
No,
but like,
that was more voice acting direction. I feel like some of those lines could have been saved if the direction to the voice actor was a little different.
Just overall, I felt like sort of the seriousness of what they were trying to put forward, and then just like the whimsy of the gameplay, and like
the situation
weird.
It felt like it should be very urgent, and pretty much everything about the play and the dialogue and the tone of the voice line, we're doing everything possible to be like, it's not that urgent. Yeah. And I'm like, you're looking for your mom after she got swept down a river. What are we talking about?
Well, yeah, and honestly, it was from the very beginning when it was like, oh, just sleep here tonight and you can take care of it tomorrow. It's like, swept down a river. Like, that's not a take care of it in the morning event. We are.
Well, yeah, I mean, she got locked in the room, and then she was like, guess I'll sleep. And I was like, guess I'll break out a window. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's like, this is not a.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like, take care of it. Take care of it in the morning becomes find the body. Like,
yeah, it was
right
wild.
now is see if we can do something. Take care of it in the morning is find the body to bury. Like, that's the difference in the circumstance we're working with.
Yeah, it was wild. It was cool. Like the visuals and everything were neat. I liked the idea of the folklore. I liked the design of the main character. I was really excited to have a POC main character woman.
Yeah.
But like,
and then it's just like
the tone of it was just off.
That's why I retitled that VOD The Sin of Mediocrity. Because like, it was just like, you done goofed.
They got in their own way. Like they had all the pieces for something really fantastic,
really did.
And they just didn't. It was, anyway.
It really did. That's neither here nor there at the moment.
We've reached the conversational part of the stream.
Yep. We just randomly talk about other games. Fine.
That's something that our family does with food.
That's true.
We'll be eating one type of food, and we'll talk about other types of foods that we enjoy.
And here, now we're
it's like the same thing with games.
Playing a game, talk about another game.
Yeah.
Why do you look so serious? What are you up to this time?
I never thought that was weird until college. We'd bring people over, and they would always look so confused about the food conversation.
To find the principal. You're crazy, man. You don't even know what's out. Besides, no way the boss will allow that. Yeah. Jeez.
Why you always gotta play hero? Boss go kill you.
Well, what you wait for? Go talk to the. Well, I mean, that helps give him a weird accent, so that's blank now. Go talk to the boss.
Gotta go talk to that boss. We talked to the boss already. He said you can't leave, so we're just gonna go. He
definitely said we couldn't leave, so I'm just gonna open this chest. Just gonna loot the place, and then I'm gonna go. I also do not know the layout of the damn airship
at all.
Maybe he's back here.
What's up, that guy? Marcus?
Actually named Marcus. Not
they had no stealth at all.
Nope.
They just went in full broadcast of their real names.
OPSEC was poor. We locked that old knight up in the instrument storage.
With no bed, and then
fusses a little from time to time, but he hasn't been all that bad.
I think that's the room the knight in.
I know, but I want him out of the way so I can go in there.
But I'm pretty sure he's breaking out right now.
A leather hat.
Leather hat.
Chew. Took you.
What do you mean?
Well, let's sleep, darn it.
We just talked.
Leaving, Oh, I guess I am gonna talk to him. Yeah, I promised Garnet I'd kidnap. Didn't ask you why. I can't blame you though. She's damn beautiful.
Ew, you're old.
Yeah, that's weird.
Ew.
Guess that's reason enough.
Ew.
Well, I hope you're ready. I'm gonna bust you up for breaking the rule.
Huh?
All right. Okay, get your butt over to the cargo room. Got more room there.
I for sure thought he was gonna hit. Is
yeah,
he
just
actually
like
gonna
punch.
hit you?
No, I guess we gotta fight our way out in true gang fashion.
That's stupid.
Oh, there's a chest there.
I think you're at huge risk if you leave. So what I'm gonna do is punch you a lot so that it's even harder when you leave.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yep. Hey, what's going on here? Like, it's funny that we have the whole band.
Yeah.
Here.
Like, I don't think we're pirates. I think we're actually a troupe of actors.
Yeah, well, we're both. We're both.
Are we? Because we seem like we don't know what we're doing. But at least we have all the pieces to be an acting troupe. Marcus, let us in.
There's a test. Keeping it from me. Anytime.
I guess.
I ain't holding back.
Okay, pick Batman.
Oh, no.
So random. Why are we doing this? They keep throwing us into weird fights.
They sure do.
Is it just like, hey, we've been doing a lot of story and they're gonna get bored, so we gotta give them somebody to fight?
The Iron Sword, bro.
Ow.
That was a lot.
He like clocked you on the crown of your skull with the butt of his spout. It hurts so much.
That helped. But no need for high potions at this point. Regular ass.
Oh, that was fine. Rah!
The hurt. Yeah, tickle.
What?
Yow!
That.
Alright, apparently you gotta fight better than that. Well, you fell over.
You're the one.
You fell down. So, bring it on. Oh, we made it that time.
This may be another VOD I have to go back and review for all the time we've said the same thing at the same time.
Oh, we've only done it a couple. Alright, you win.
He does look like a little bat to me.
He does.
He's got a little bat ears.
The higher detailed model there,
yeah.
Definitely, I'll be damned. Bro.
Ow.
Oh.
Bro.
Go find your princess. Yeah.
Can you not injure me when I'm about to go into certain danger?
Damn. That last one. Way to go, Zinni. Unlock the door to storage so you're free to go talk to the knight. I forgot the voice of it just now. Surprised you beat.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's literally the keyword that puts it back into the mentality of what he's supposed to sound like. Yeah.
That's why I said it.
It's like trying to be a pirate. You always have to open up with a yar. It's like, all right, hold on. I gotta find the voice.
Which is a pure Hollywood fabrication.
That is absolutely
not how pirates talk.
Absolutely.
And in fact, is a fabrication of one dude. And it was so iconic that it just became.
It was like, yep, that's pirates.
The pirate
habitat.
Or just one dude.
Oh. Don't have very many potions.
You use a high potion. You'd only have to use one.
A potion would be one.
Oh.
Potions are 150.
Oh. Would have been cooler if it was a potion.
Yeah.
Although, I guess you did use it. No.
I did. So, I mean, that's nice and all. Potion. Right.
Oh, you didn't bust out. I thought you were breaking out, dude.
Come on. Too old to be playing with a doll. Silent. Like you could never I'm just overwhelmed with concern for the princess. If only you rogues hadn't kidnapped her. This is all your fault. Anything should happen to the princess, I will have your head.
Okay.
Take it easy, jeez. I'm gonna go look for her now. I'll let you come with me. Promise to be good. What do you say, Rusty? Rust! I am Adalbert Steiner, Captain. Oh, I expected a third name. Adalbert Steiner, Captain of the Knights of Pluto, and I will never work with conniving thieves. Captain? I think you were a private. Oh, that cheap rusty armor. Look, this has nothing to do with canon. Something I decided to do on my own. I just want to save Garnet. You had better not be lying. Because you are, I won't hesitate to kill you. Yeah, I'm counting on you, Rusty. Make no mistake, I'm only going with you to rescue the prince. Deal with the person. It's over. Whatever.
I think it was...
Maybe difficult to... I think Master Vivi. Calling him Master. You fool. Has unimaginable power. I don't want to get him involved, but alas, we need Master Vivi's power to rescue the prince. Alright, let's go talk to Vivi.
Yeah, I think... Stop pushing me out! Please? I think the characters were not... it's not a potion. As fun for me as 8. I think that's another reason it was a hard sell.
Yeah.
I don't really like any of them so far.
Yeah. I agree. Like, Vivi's interesting because he's a little mysterious.
Yeah, I like Vivi. The princess is kind of a nothing right now.
Yeah, they just do not come out with much personality. Like,
these two guys are both annoying.
Well, Vivi, we're ready to go look for the prince. Really? I don't have a voice for Vivi. Great. I should give him Eeyore. Really. Thanks for noticing me. Actually, we want you to come with us too. Huh? But I can't do anything. It's too low a voice for Vivi, but it sounds like
a 9-year-old, right?
Yeah. Ha! Master Vivi, your magic was highly effective that monster. All honesty, I hold you up in greater esteem than I do this scoundrel. I'm scared. Couldn't even move last time. Please, Master, for the sake of Garnet and all of Alexandria, I humbly request your assistance. Come on, you're Black Mage for crying out loud. Show us what you got. Alright, let's get going. Okay. I'll try my best. It's real. He's Eeyore. About your black magic, I wish to try an experiment.
Is this the moment for experimenting?
Magic sword. Okay, I'll give it a try. I like your myself. I think it's funny.
Symbolist.
Symbolist werewolf, apparently.
How do I leave you? And then him who's not an animal, but also has pointy ears and underfang.
Oh,
like what? Who?
An orc?
Yeah,
something.
He's like human orc situation. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to yawn. I'm so sorry. I woke up at 4 a.m.
She really dig her, huh? Can't sit around knowing a girl's in trouble. Goes against my nature.
Anyone.
What? Anyone. You're full of crap.
Kinda are.
Oh, I get it. Jealous. Get me a sweetie pie.
Gross.
She's not in my type. I came down here to get
a potion?
You're always thinking about it. I won't need a love potion to reel this one in.
Gross.
Weirdos. Why don't you get your mind off girls for a second? This is medicine I gave to that black mage in the night. Sort of like, or is it? Because, like, that's kind of what we need. Cool, this will really come in handy. Why, I'm always helpful.
We're friends.
Oh, yeah, a little tip from the boss. That's your ability. Thanks for your business. Better keep training. Yeah. Hey, Blank, how do you set abilities again? Jeez, how can you forget? So basic. In the menu, select abilities, look at abilities. See when I see you. How about never? Yeah, I think the main frustration with these older games where they were just absolutely persistent on keeping the characters young is they're just like, they did not write them young. Like, they are not
They're
behaving
not
like they're just normal adults. Like, that's the way they behave.
He's like
honestly
22.
Final Fantasy VIII did better than any, because like they were kind of like angsty teens, and I found the romantic subplot in that to be a believable sort of teenage drama romance. Like, it didn't have weird undertones, or it was just like like this sort of like flighty, embarrassing, back and forth sort of like, oh, maybe they do, maybe does she like me, does he, like, it worked. It was appropriate to the age. This is like
weird.
Bro, he's 16. That's so weird. Like, who talks like that?
Well, and talking like, oh, I'm going out to save her because I want to date her and she's not going to get away from me, like you.
Well, yes, that's creepy for anybody, but like, it's just, it's made worse as an adult knowing that somebody wrote them this way, right? It's like the people writing this
like,
were
this
adults.
Is an acceptable 16-year-old
and then they were just like,
this seems normal.
What are you guys doing? Like, who are you writing? What the heck? Okay, let's really liven up this place. Yeah, let our music do the fighting against these monsters.
Is that how that works?
Gotta boost morale.
Playing while the Titanic sinks.
Yeah, really. Brum, brum, brum. Okay. This is a classic Final Fantasy VII track.
Mm-hmm.
Just the marching in hey, not bad. I'm gonna go take a look around. Stay on your toes. We'll be leaving soon.
Ow. Oh, are they walking?
Yeah.
So it's long enough for everyone to heal up. Like, she's dead. You just been sitting around twiddling your thumbs.
You know, when I had put in the mod, okay, I was like, there was this weird option for no random encounters, and I haven't seen a random encounter yet. I'm trying to figure out.
Our first real fight of the game here.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, it's a preemptive strike.
Love that.
See, I should have.
Probably fire.
Probably fire.
Oh no!
Ouch, that's a lot of damage. Man, my resources are slim.
Well, you haven't had a chance to get any yet, really.
They
like dumped 10,000 gil on you, and then we're like, okay, yeah, no shops.
There was a shop that I technically could have bought from as VV.
Wait, you didn't have any money.
I had 500. Is this the healing fountain? That would be great. I would farm a couple levels if it worked. Don't find any monsters here.
But
you are really bad at hiding, Kupo.
I know, it's just this huge red bauble.
It's like, are you sure about this? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be out of here soon, too. Here, take this map. It's gonna be a long trip back to Lindblom. All right, I'll see you later.
That's such a weird word.
I'm counting on you.
Those
Lindblom.
letters don't feel like they go together in that order. That's always a funny thing about JRPGs trying to make like pseudo fantasy England sounding names. They're so weird always.
Yeah.
Can you click on it?
There it is.
Yeah, buddy.
There it is.
Yes.
That's
we know a healing fountain when we see one.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can't farm at least a level.
I keep wanting to put my feet out. I have like a little hammock for my feet under my desk, and I keep like reaching my toes out. And
yeah, I'm sorry.
You know I have one.
I use my subwoofer. I'm actually leaning my feet on my subwoofer.
I know, I have no footrest. It's really
I really should put a pad on the top of this subwoofer because it's hard plastic. But if I just stuck a little mat on top, I could actually feel pretty good. Let's really improve it.
I have 2 decks, one for work and one for my personal computer. Both of them have those little foot hammocks. Well, they are great.
I just use this subwoofer and make the back of my heel kind of hurt because it's hard plastic with my foot on it.
You want me to go get a couch pillow?
No, it's okay. I just hadn't even thought about the idea of sticking some kind of a pad on top of it till just now.
Literally a pillow. Just put a pillow on it.
Toss the thing on top. All right, we made it. We made it to level 2.
Exciting.
That's a pretty reasonable bump in hit points. That makes me feel a little less shitty. On the verge of death. Be really lucky if these guys could drop potions. Maybe I should keep healing. Maybe we can pull something. Added bonus of putting my feet on the subwoofer when I'm actually using the speaker. Vibrate a little bit. There's that. It's doing subwoofer thing.
I dig a little vibrating. I like that. I almost said texture, which is kind of true. It's like a motion texture. Like it scratches the same itch in my brain, I guess, but a little bit of vibration. Really nice. Yes!
Yeah, they do.
That's what we're talking about.
Give me that good old consistent game logic. Oh.
That was a lot of murder.
Yeah, it's not a bad time.
No stealing. No
That's
death.
okay. It's just
a fang.
Yeah.
Nice.
And another potion.
That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
We liked that.
Yeah, those levels are pretty down. Oh,
Am I hearing an owl because there is an owl here, or is it in the game?
I believe it is in the game.
Okay.
Currently. I say that.
I've heard owls here before, so I'm just confused.
It was literally last night that I was playing a game, and I kept hearing the owl, and I thought I was going insane because it didn't make sense for it to be like in the game, and I was just like, what is happening? No, I have skill. Would you like 3 leather hats? Because you're wearing one, and I have 2 spare. Ooh, I could get Blizzard out of that.
Nice.
Silk shirt.
Thunder.
All right, now we're all magicked up. Okay.
That feels nice.
Okay, so I guess the ones marked with A are like active skill, like fire, blizzard, thunder, and then ones with S would be
abilities versus skills.
Yeah, but they call them all abilities in the sub menu, or that's the menu they're under. Get booked.
It's just so wham!
And he just pulls a giant book out of his ass, like literally out of his ass. Where does he keep it? Nobody knows. Give me another one of those damn goblins. That's not a goblin.
I keep looking over at OBS and enjoying the way I'm just like, hello!
Good. I oftentimes do that with various character pictures because I find it to be the most amusing.
Yeah, it's dynamic and interesting.
And I used to play with Stella on stream, Sock, for significant other. Fiance at this point, I guess, technically, but fiance's just a fan. Anyway, he would usually be in the background, and so I just crammed a little shadow guy, like in the background of her.
Just occasionally
portrait.
hear him say
just
something.
Like, and Socks is there too. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Wander by at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, potion.
2 of them. Maybe they'll both drop a potion when they die, and then we'll get a whole 3 potions out of that ordeal.
Potion.
1 potion. Hey, I'll still take it.
Better than no portion. Potion? Potion.
No portions of potions. I like as many portions of potions. Yes. And well, interestingly, I don't actually know for this game if leveling, like what the implication of leveling is in this game. Because Final Fantasy VIII was specific and strange in that enemies scale to the average level of your party. And I don't know if anything like that takes place in this game. I'm kind of implied that it did not. But I also saw a mod talking about like sort of evening out the curve of levels so that I guess you got like more XP, but gaining levels was less beneficial to make it a little more difficult, I guess, overall. So it's possible that it's like it's easy to overlevel in the game, like smash face. But we really came out of that show with a lot of money. That 10K is
that was a big deal.
Significant in proportion to what we get from fight. Oh, stepped immediately into a video. That's cool. That was an impressive transition.
Yeah.
That looks good. Seems healthy.
Fine.
Nothing of concern there.
Yeah, this is definitely that fight from Final Fantasy VIII vibe.
This is the man. Princess! You stay out of it! Alexandria would be disgraced if mere bandit should rescue the princess.
Oh my gosh.
You think you can handle him on your own? Let's get him, Vivi. Use fire! Fire.
Mouth.
Yeah, it really does. I'm a seal.
It's been like an hour since this happened, but you said darn it right when someone in the screen said
bro.
Darn it.
And
it made me think of Rocky IV when they say go to Spanish. Only it's darn it. So it's darn it. Darn it.
Excellent.
And as soon as I saw her on the wall again, I was like, darn it. And I just thought everyone should know.
I'm bummed because I did not realize that. Ow. I was still blind from that last fight. I did not realize that the stupid spring did not fix that yet.
Oh, that's a bummer.
There is.
I didn't realize. I guess I didn't notice you got blinded.
It got pollened.
Boo! Your eyes have swollen shut from allergy.
Yeah, the era that they don't get rid of that shit at the end of fights.
Yeah, that's good.
Fortunately, it didn't affect magic, so we got that going for us. The fire is the solution to this problem. Okay,
I'm gonna pull out my socks so that I don't fall asleep while I walk.
Fair enough. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I forgot that one of the things is that any spell you can choose to target all with.
Oh,
instead of targeting one.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
made it just in time. Step aside, I'll take care of this. Oh, good. I'm glad I stole as many potions as I did, because that was kind of tight.
Required
on the resources there. If I hadn't gotten those levels, I'd have been a little bit dicey there. For another potion. Princess, please get a hold of yourself. Zidane, give her the stuff.
Give her the stuff. If you were gonna be here, why did you give us the stuff?
Good question.
You were just gonna be here. You could have had the stuff yourself.
Princess, please drink all. Be okay. Oh man, what now? What?
Time
this
to go.
Is worse. He really does that.
We're gonna be surrounded. Yeah, he really does. That's just his vibe.
Let's get out of here.
Ow, where?
Go.
Where?
That other way. What are you waiting for?
Oh, he's gonna get murdered. Okay, he's not gonna.
We're all bailing. Fine.
I was like, no.
Team effort. Oh shit. One of those.
We gotta go. They're chasing us. This does have a little bit of like Split Fiction vibe, like just the setting.
Yeah.
Well.
I could have. I didn't catch if I stole anything. I'm going to assume I did not, because they probably don't have me. Well, try.
They are butt bugs.
Oh my god.
He looked like he was dancing there for a second. He was like,
yay, level. That's good. And a potion. Yeah.
I like when you can have 4 people in a party.
I agree.
Versus 3. It's just so much more fun.
Honestly, I'd be for more games being like, yeah, here's 6.
Yeah, honestly. It'd be cool to see what mechanics you could introduce when you could group people.
What?
Spidey said?
Yeah, 4. Coming in.
How you figure?
What? Take care of it.
Hey, bye.
What do you mean by that?
He said take care of everyone, and then he ran after everyone and left.
Yeah, I don't know. Vivi's doing the worst Naruto run ever. I remember this cutscene actually.
Okay. Oh, what? No, yeah. He gets hurt in his belly. Yeah, and I think that's part of. We were talking earlier, Syntax, about how this one felt more like storybook.
Yeah, especially at the beginning. Like there's so much to it that gives the vibe of a storybook. The town looks like
storybook. Got kind of this like magical flying ship. Got an evil queen.
Hey, no worries. Well, this was actually quite a bit earlier, right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you hadn't popped in yet. Do we ever save him?
I think there's a side mission to come back here, maybe. Damn it, that idiot!
We gotta save Shees.
She. Blank. Why is he named Blank?
I don't know.
Why Blank?
I like that the tent looks like a boogle.
Yeah. All his.
Dude, she wanted to be kidnapped. Shut it. Shut it.
Print. Diner? How did I survive? You brought me? It did. It's on duty. At any cost. What are you talking about? It was Vivi's magic. My dagger got you out of there. That's... Thank you both.
Yeah. I remember just being incredibly hyped when the first cutscene of 8 came on the screen. Mm-hmm. Like, it felt mind-blowing.
He deserves. No. Yeah, and it's just like that's a big part of why I wanted to come back and try to like give it another shot, because like at the time it just didn't land after we'd been playing 8.
Final Fantasy 8 was rated NC-17?
No, it would have to be 9 that was, because remember, Steam did actually ask me for the birthday when I went to get Final Fantasy 9, remember?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what about this story. I guess we'll find out.
It certainly doesn't seem...
I don't have any memory of it being any weirder than 8.
No, 8, okay, 8 was rated higher.
Why?
Well, fair. Also, why? Why?
How did we get hold of 8 if it was NC-17?
I don't know. I don't really remember it being... Hold on, now I'm a little curious. To the internet.
I am shocked that we were allowed to have that.
Final Fantasy 8. jrpg. Exactly. Like, that was 9. 9 is sort of obviously that, like, 3D representation of what had come before. Which, again, like, why I wanted to give it another chance. Because at the time, I was like... Oh, you were thinking Parasite Eve. Yeah. Because, like, at the time, I think I hadn't played any of them prior to 7. And so, like...
So 8 felt like a huge step forward, and then this felt kind of like a half step back.
Yeah, and, like, I didn't get at the time sort of what it was trying to do. And it, like, I wasn't really able to get past that, like, that direct comparison to 8.
Yeah.
And not having the old games to compare it to and be like, oh, wow, I see what they were doing. I see how they're connecting it to, like, the old games. Like, I was too young to appreciate that kind of a connection. Also, hello... How? Nick was correct? How? Dale? How? I assume how. I don't... Deo. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. I've not seen that name before. I assume it is... How? But I don't know. Welcome regardless. Sorry for butchering your name. Jiao or how? I still need to know how the J... Like it. This is a real GIF situation. Ha. You're 13 when 8 came out. Yeah, like that was our ballpark.
Yeah,
like
it was like, so it was like I acknowledge these angsty teens and feel them in my soul.
Yeah, it's like I relate. And then in this one, it's like the characters don't have the same impact. I feel like so far, at least. It is not more fantasy than 7 and 9. I would agree with that. Depending on what you mean by that. It's like 8's setting was much
it
less.
It felt kind of like science fantasy almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really leaned into. Well, actually, no. That's another thing about this game in comparison to 7 and 8, especially. 7 also. Yeah, 7 started off, and 6 had to some degree. 6 had it to some degree. I remember 6 having mechs in it and stuff. But I feel like they couldn't really present it necessarily as heavily with the setting. And then 7, like, leaned more into it. And then 8 came along and, like... Well, would I say that 8 was more sci-fi than 7, or about on par? Maybe a little more. It does send you to space. Honestly, I feel like 8 almost gives you more... Like, there's sci-fi, but it's like... 8's almost the closest to, like... I feel like a normal real world, if you will. Because of, like, the politics in it, and it is sci-fi, but, like, the towns feel like just regular towns that you could be like, I can see normal people living here. Like, 7, it's, like, almost more eco-punk style, like, you know, pulling stuff, pulling energy from the earth, all of that sci-fi sort of nature. 8's like a real believable world with some sci-fi element, especially later on. And then 9 here, 9 then we move like way back out of the sci-fi space, and we're like a little steampunk, but primarily fantasy. Like, we're way back into... And actually, you know, thinking back, that might have been another piece of, like, why 9 didn't resonate as much with me. Because, like, I really liked that heavy, like, not even steampunk, but just, like, the eco-punk, sci-fi elements mixed with swords. Like, the swords and science of 7 and 8. And 9 is back to, like, swords and sorcery. Right, like, that's back to more traditional sword and sorcery. 7 and 8 had that, like, swords and science, which I really dig. Like, I really like that setting. And so 9, at the time, would have left me, like, a little bit more disappointed. Not that it is bad. I just didn't get it at the time nearly as much. I still beat it. I remember beating it. Like, I made it all the way through. I mean, part of that is because when you are young and have no money and you get a game, you play that game,
You finish
baby.
the game.
You play the damn game. I know a lot of people think 9 is, like, one of the best. And that's what I was like, I want to know why it's the best. I want to play it and feel like it is also, you know, worthy of being one of the best. Show me why it is good. And so, like, we're here to give it a go.
Yeah, I was looking forward to playing it because I remember so little about it. And yeah, I kind of wanted to re-experience. What? Give me chat back.
Oh, sorry. I moved it around. There you go. That's not the right one. There it is. That's the right one. Yeah, and I definitely do intend to, at some point in time in the future, go all the way back to FF6, 5, like, those earlier ones. Because those I never finished. I was never able to actually complete any of those games. Partially because I never owned them, so they were always rentals. But I just didn't get through to, like, I don't know. They also didn't, you know, like, hook me the same way as the later 3D ones. Yeah, I have finished 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and those all I consider good. I enjoyed them. 13 I finished once. and I don't consider it good. I find it to be a miracle that I finished it at the time. 15 I finished, and I thought 15 was fine. I feel like 15 was an unfortunate 2 different games crammed together, and I think if they had focused on one half of, like, either of those things more and just abandoned the other half, I think they could have put together a better end result. 16 I haven't gotten to yet. I haven't played 16. So
I remember watching you play some of 15, and I just didn't. It was not. I don't know. This, like, dude bro road trips thing, I was just not into it.
Yeah, I think it 15 had its fun moments and elements. The main problem with 15 to me was that they tried to, like, set up this sort of sense of urgency in some senses, but then they give you the pace killing freedom to just gallivant. And I was like,
yeah, turn-based.
Really do miss the turn-based. I find that a huge bummer that they keep moving away from that. I absolutely agree.
That's why we're excited about this new RPG, right?
Correct.
Turn-based?
Expedition 33, the Claire Obscura, which people seem to be loving, which is awesome. I'm very excited that people are loving it, and so at some point we'll jump on the Claire Obscura Expedition 33 and definitely play through that. I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna let the hype on that, I guess, die down for a little bit, and then I'll get around to that later. But that one seems to be like the most
a return to classic
Final Fantasy looking modern game I've seen in a really long time, where it has high production value. It's, got good graphics, it's got the story, and then it's a turn-based game. I'm like, oh, thank God. Finally. Like, one, I hope it's good to just play, but 2, I hope it, like, sells crazy amounts just so people can be like, oh, turn-based does still work, and then maybe they'll make more of them. Yeah, the Final Fantasy VII remakes I have not yet played. I do intend to play them. I don't hate like action RPG hack and slash style games. I enjoy that type of game, so it kind of works out for me. But I also agree that, like, it doesn't really feel like Final Fantasy. Like, I wish they would go back to what they did best. But I don't know. They never asked me. They should. They never. I still find it annoying. Cool, thanks for releasing Final Fantasy VII Remake with, like, an expanded story and a new perspective on stuff. But, like, if they just put out Final Fantasy VII again and, like, actually did a once-over of their, like, graphics and things, and made the character models out of more than 8 polygons, like, bro, that would be... Everyone would buy that. Everybody would buy that. And they just don't.
Yeah, just it would be so that. Easy.
Yeah, do you mean 14, or do you mean, like, Final Fantasy VII has very MMORPG styled combat? Okay, yeah. Yeah, the one sort of... So 12 was sort of the first one that started doing that, and 12 I didn't hate as much as a lot of the other ones. I kind of liked 12's take on the whole team fight simultaneously, just because 12 retained your control over them. It's just that you use that control before combat to sort of like lay out how you want them to fight. Like I thought that was a really interesting take on something like that, of like, okay, here's your like order of priorities, was sort of a fun like puzzle building a useful character out of. Partially, like, it's a logic problem that I find interesting. Whether that's really a Final Fantasy game or not, that's fair. That's a fair question. But, like, I didn't hate that combat system. Once it moved into 13, it was so bad. Like, 13 was so much worse. The remakes, I have not. Well, it depends what you mean by remake. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, the 7 remakes I haven't. The only quote-unquote remakes that I have played are, like, the re-releases that touched up the graphics, like, a little bit and maybe added fast-forwarding or skip to stuff. Like, you know, there's, like, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac remake or something. And I played those, but those are fundamentally the same game as the first. Like the original. They're not really remakes in the same capacity. I haven't. I will at some point. But I don't know how I'll feel about it, because I still want to find out about, like, the interesting extra story they've added in 7. Even if it is that goofy combat system that they really started in 15 and then refined for the 7 remake. I didn't hate it in 15.
It'll be fun to see the scenery. Like, I'm excited. like, I'm interested in seeing the like, just seeing it pretty.
the world of Final Fantasy VII, like, re-envisioned in modern stuff.
And it would be interesting to the soundtrack. Like, the things that I really liked about it, but yeah, I'm not super into the combat. 12, I think, is the one that I tried to play, and based on the way they limit your leveling and stuff, I actually got stuck.
No, that was 13.
That was 13?
That was 13.
13 was terrible.
13 was terrible.
Yeah.
I think 13 is the worst Final Fantasy game they made.
I thought it was the one where you could assign them priority activities in battle. Was it not?
13 is, like, sort of. It's like the next iteration with a lot less control over it.
Yeah.
But, like, you control your one person, and then the other guys are just, like, doing their things. But the thing about 13 is, like, even the one that you are playing, like, the main thing you do is auto battle. Like, there's an auto battle option, and it's just like, do some stuff, do some stuff, do some stuff. And then, like, the whole point was, like, you needed to hot swap your classes in combat, but they really kind of implemented them poorly. There were some times that you could just screw up a fight because, like, there were certain attacks used by enemies that could just literally not be survived unless you had the tank class up at the time. Like, if you don't do that, then you die. And it's just like, this is not feeling very, like, versatile, and like, I'm making choices, like, I'm playing it my way. I'm just following the rules.
I didn't play as much as Poe when we were playing together. Did you watch me play much Legend of Dragoon, or did I just play that?
I think I watched some.
Legend of Dragoon, I did play a lot of Chrono Cross. I just never, I think I got stuck on that one as well.
Yes, Chrono Cross is another one that the leveling's weird, and if you don't, like, consistently keep leveling, you get
usually Poe is piloting.
Checkpoint.
And that was how we... Right? Such a fun game. Poe was just saying that he tried to play, like, a thing of it. And, and the dialogue is super clunky.
Yes,
going back to it.
I think I had come back to The Legend of Dragoon more recently in my adulthood. It's been several years now, but it was was in my adulthood, and I remember playing the game and the combat and stuff being great, but then coming back to it, I was like, this dialogue is rough. It was really clunky. It was like just stepping on itself. It was ham-fisted, which is a shame because it was a really good game. It was really interesting. That game did one of the things Legend of Dragoon did like especially well is like hype moment. Like in combat, it was just like being able to do the dragon stuff and like huge dragon attacks was like felt super cool. I remember that just feeling awesome. It was kind of like summon in Final Fantasy game, like being big and awesome, except like you were actually doing. Like summons always were like, oh, let me freaking call my dad to beat up your dad.
and I'll just watch the movie.
Yeah, but Legend of Dragoon was just like you getting to be sick as hell. It was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun.
This is the coolest thing I've ever done. And it's just like, that's the main like ethos that I remember.
Yeah.
Like that was the emotional
state. And I actually was
state.
good at it, which was fun.
Yeah, it was
a
like
lot of times
thing.
Poe was playing because in most cases he's better at the game than me.
Yep.
But like we played a lot of Mario Kart together and like some other things, but like in the case of jrpgs, I usually was sidecar.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and a big part of that is likely just because of the fact that like timing constraints
and commentary also.
That's true. Talk about things.
I mean, we would play all night in the summer.
Man, Steiner's arm must be getting really tired because he's just waggling like for the last.
It'd be like 4 a.m. and it was like, I guess we should go to bed. But...
I'm waving my arm. You can't see it because I don't have the model up, but I was mimicking Steiner's arm waving. Just so everybody knows. Like that is a thing I can normally do, and I can't under this current circumstances.
I watched Poe play a lot of Zelda.
All right, let's proceed at least.
I think I'm gonna play Breath of the Wild on my channel at some point again because I never finished it, so I kind of want to restart it.
11 a.m. It is. Wow, you're almost exactly 12 hours off. Then 10 p.m. here. And how dare you claim that you have rescued her? When we get back to Alexandria, I will Steiner. Is his feather in his helmet metal?
I think so.
I just realized. I left the castle of my own will. Eh, what a coincidence, eh? We went to snatch her and she wanted to be snatched. Alright, well, he didn't try to hide that, I guess. He's just like, yeah, we were there to kidnap her. No biggie. Impossible. It's true. So, what do you say, Rust friend? Come on, let's enjoy this camping trip while it lasts. You imbecile! Surely even you must know something about the mist. The vicious monsters it spawns, the abnormalities stirs in the mind and body. Prince, you must leave this dangerous place at once. You gotta be kidding. Even fully recovered yet. Silent, who asked for your... Alright, tell me, how do you plan to get out of here? Standing in a valley surrounded by tall cliffs. And last I heard, Northgate and Southgate were sealed off.
I don't know what those places are.
Same. Yeah, that's what I thought. God. Princess can barely walk right now. We went through this. You should know. I think we should rest here for now.
The tiny Moogle.
I will never follow your Steiner. Take your sworn duty. What up? To protect Princess Garnet till Alexander. Very well. Got him. When the princess recovers, I will guard this place with my life. Sounds good to me.
Kind of a buffoon.
Let's get some. You know, thinking about this, like, they've mentioned the mist a couple times and how, like, it spawns stuff and, like, seemingly it's just something ever present out in the wilderness. I kind of wish they had taken, like, I don't remember the rest of the story, so I can't say if this is important enough to matter or not, but I feel like that's such an interesting potential, like, world element that it's a shame they didn't build that up at all, right? Like, they bring that up by just throwing us in it and being like, oh, by the way, there's this mist that spawns monsters out in the wilderness, whatever. And it's like, well, I guess I'm already here. Like, they don't take any time to sort of...
They give you some, like, tidbit that's interesting, and then they're just like, so that's why that happens, bye.
Yeah, it's like, it would be interesting if we had spent more time, like, building up a sense of fear of the mist, right? Like, there was never any...
It's a little bit like the monster moon in 8, though. I was like, why is this happening? Why do we do this?
That's true.
What's the point
they did
of
the
it?
same thing with
How do we discover it? Like, it was like this big elaborate thing, and I'm like, I don't understand this at all. But I would like to have it explained to me.
Yeah, it's just this thing that I wish they built the...
Like, give me some world building.
The emotional... connection to these major world elements before they just, like...
It's like they're giving a throwaway explanation for why there are monsters, but it's like, I want to dig into that.
Yeah, like...
Tell me more.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
And honestly, maybe it's a little bit of a... an old game thing. Right? Like,
yeah, they don't explain
maybe it's
stuff.
just a story building thing that they didn't do then.
They just
I don't know if they're necessarily...
over holes. They just spackle over plot holes and are like, don't look at that.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's like, that's cool and interesting. I'd kind of like you to
spend some time
give
on it.
me an emotional build up to it instead of just being like, it's not important to the story I'm trying to tell. Or
why
whatever.
Are the monsters there?
Like, don't worry about it.
Do we send them there? Do they live there? Why do we bring them down to Earth? Who did that? Like, how are they surviving? Like, so many questions.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, and
it's very hand wavy, and I'm like, I don't want hand wavy. I want the deets. Give me the Brandon Sanderson deets.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like I want to build that. Only so much space on the disc. You're absolutely correct.
You're not wrong.
Super duper true. It's just I just want more of that emotional, like, connection, because I mean wouldn't it be cool to, like, in this game have been, like, really presented that the mist is scary and, like, gone in and, like, gotten our ass beat and then, like, got chased out of the mist and, like, knew, like, emotionally that this mist is dangerous and bad, and then crash the airship out in the mist. Like, oh, now I feel it. Like, ooh, I'm nervous. I get the fear. Like, I hope nothing happens. It's like that would be kind of nice. And okay, this is like super weird connection. I'm gonna talk about, so Xenoblade Chronicles X is a game that was just re-released on the Switch. I had played it originally back on the Wii U, and a lot of complaints came out about that game because of the fact that it's open world. You go out in the world and there are super big angry monsters just kind of scattered about willy-nilly in the environment that beat your ass. Like, maybe too much, maybe they're a little too fast and a little too proficient at beating your ass, sure, but, like, I kind of like a world like that where they can sort of instill the anxiety in you of, like, the world is big, the world is scary, like, and you need to
prepare,
you need to be concerned, you need to make choices, you need to, like, get here, get there, like, it just helps build that emotional. But these old RPGs, especially the Final Fantasy ones, sort of syntax match is like, it's all story, gameplay second, and that's essentially the answer. It's like, we're here just going through the book. Like, we're not, we don't need to, because the thing is I always know that there's not really any meaningful danger or whatever, because we're like, we are on the roller coaster. Like, we're started it, we're gonna make it to the end, and then, like, there's not really meaningful concerns between. And so there's not really a buildup of that anxiety to, like, I don't know, get personally invested. And that's kind of always been the way of it. And that's fine, I guess. That's the name of the game. That's the way it is. But sometimes I just don't.
As a treat.
As a treat. I could go for a little bit of that sort of emotional build-up. That's a treat. Anyway. Tirade complete. Continuing
Tirade
on.
number 3.
In the last, like, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
a problem.
Christ, man. This is why games take me so long to get through on stream. Yeah. It's
we
ridiculous.
did talk like this in games when I was sidecars when we were playing that. Like, we would talk about stuff like this.
This is the way it was.
Yeah, this is the original experience.
The only difference is I feel far more, like, I feel like I need to stop the game if it's in the middle of dialogue, because I don't want to move forward for the sake of the stream. I want the stream to stay, like, consistent, because, like, if it was just us, I would continue. I would just be mashing through the dialogue still, and just off we go. But, like, I gotta like stop. I was like, okay, we're gonna ramble for a bit, and now we're gonna get back to the thing.
See, when we played these in the summer, we would play them all day, all night, sleep for like 6 hours. From like 4 to 10.
It was like,
and then we would play again.
16 and 18 hours of gameplay in a day.
We would get through these in a week or 2 weeks. We would get
through them in a week or two. It was that was
unhealthy.
Good old, childhood when you could do that.
You could just run on no sleep.
Do that. The emotional freedom to, not have to prepare your own food. Not considering the ramifications of no lifing for a whole week. Doesn't matter. No job, no responsibilities. My responsibility is Final Fantasy, baby. Absolutely. And then I
2 a.m., 4 a.m., early. Man,
and then I continued doing that in college, and I had to freaking shape up after a couple of years. It's like... Man, my was it only my first year, or was it my first 2 years of college? It was not uncommon for me to stay up all night, eat breakfast, do my 8 o'clock class, and then sleep. That was like my normal. I was up all night, kind of all the time in college. It was probably not a brilliant idea, but it didn't give me a heart attack. Fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Totally fine.
Dude, those days are extremely nostalgic. I agree.
Yep. You're in good company.
You know what? This is why I have to keep coming back to play older games. Because it gets all of the people that are around our age.
Yeah, they bring everybody in. We're like, yes, we are all the same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I play the new stuff, and all the, like, youngsters show up, and I'm like, I don't know how to talk to you people.
Sorry.
Now I'm gonna be an old guy that gives you
advice.
Weird, unsolicited advice. And that's just the name of the game. Well, speaking of freaking gaming days in the 90s, well, in early aughts, I guess, what I really missed is, like, sure, online gaming is awesome and ease of connection and all that. There was something special about getting your 4 Xboxes, all your friends who have an Xbox, linking that shit up together in the basement, playing original Halo into the wee hours of the morning, and just, God, that was so good. Local multi and like link connecting and local LAN parties, I miss that shit so much. Like, I get that's one of those broad statements that I think overall there are negative implications from all of the smoothing of every rough edge of gaming. Like, every rough edge that gaming ever had has just been smoothed out. Everything is super duper accessible, super duper convenient, super duper easy, and it's just like, yeah, but some of my best memories are when it was just like a whole fiasco to do anything. So it's like, I kind of miss the fiascos every once in a while. Like, I miss all that. Those were some like good times. They were a little special because they were hard, and they were a bit of a challenge to get set up and do.
Well, and also it was
good stuff,
new technology, so it felt really exciting.
It was exciting and like, it's like wondrous, and now it's just like it's old hat. Yeah. Like, it's and there was a little bit of that wonder when VR came out. VR was a little bit of like exciting and wondrous, but it really never, it didn't have the like hold to sort of maintain and keep going. It's a shame.
It never really became more than a gimmick.
Yeah, it's true. And well, and a big part of that, I think, was, well, because the rough edges hadn't been smoothed out, and now in comparison to be like, well, I could just sit down and immediately be playing something that I enjoy, or I have to go through this, even just a little bit of inconvenience of like getting my stuff together, clearing a space, making sure I can like, you know, and get the headset on and go. Like, it's just a little bit more of a burden.
The fact that it's so annoying to wear my glasses when I'm in a VR headset, I can't get past it. Also, I get incredibly motion.
Well, the motion sickness is a whole thing, yes. Yeah, it wasn't just gaming; it was hanging out. Absolutely. I'm kind of bummed that the U.S., where we are, never really had arcade. We had a little bit of arcades, but like the arcade culture just like petered out super fast. It was just like, it was not a sustainable thing, and I wish we could have had some of the arcade culture that like Japan has. Because Japan still has big arcades and like all kinds of interesting, cool stuff. Like, you know, lots of rhythm games, and like interesting things. And US just does, like, we've got like Dave and Buster's, but like, I don't know. I feel like the emphasis in US for arcade is so much more about trying to get prizes, and a lot less about just like having fun.
Yeah.
And like, that's a bummer. Honestly, pinball arcades, honestly, the most reliable place to go find like pinball machines or like old style arcade cabinets are bars. Like, barcade, way more likely to have like the old stuff.
It's like it's a whole like nostalgia genre of like a bar. Because they'll have all of these arcade games and then like a bar, and
so like there is that.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that like arcade culture didn't carry on to make like the new stuff. Because Japan still makes like new stuff. Like, they still make a new arcade game.
Yeah.
And over like, they have freaking like Mario Kart as an arcade game.
Oh, that's fun.
And like, we don't get any of that stuff. It's a shame. Well, yeah, and at the risk of being an old man yelling at clouds, like a big part of it in the U.S. is that like the social culture around like hanging out in public has shifted in such a negative degree that like no place even wants to allow teenagers to
exist in a group outside.
It's insane. like, yeah, back in the 90s, you could get dropped off at the arcade for a couple hours.
Yeah,
and then your parents would come and grab you
yeah.
and be like, cool, I hope you had fun. Like, yeah, I did. And now, like, they're like, you have to be constantly chaperoned by an adult if you are literally anywhere. And it's like, what kind of a shitty environment are we building? Like,
part of
what
it
the
is
heck?
Part of it is everyone's afraid of bad things happening to kids here. Just like completely horrified by it.
And completely unsubstantiated also.
In a lot of times, yeah.
Like
the news will always hit anything bad that happens, but it's not actually as like prolific as you think. But also part of it is, at least in the last few years, I don't know if it's been since COVID, but like kids in that like young teenager age, they don't know how to behave in public.
Accurate. That is accurate.
Don't know how to behave.
Yeah.
Like they'll just like decide it'll be fun to throw pop on people and video it and put on the internet. Like, it's weird. It is bizarre.
Yeah. And
behavior.
So
it's like a combination of a few things.
But I would hypothesize that issue is sort of born from the ever-present online spaces where like it's that attention economy, right? Yeah. Where it's like how you win on the internet is the attention economy, and there's no.
And even real life is just fuel for that.
Correct. Everything that you're actually out doing is just in service of getting the wildest video shit to win the internet with that next viral moment. And like, whether that's just weird hassling somebody at the freaking fast food place.
It's super cringe.
Or, you know, throwing all of your popcorn in the theater of
the
Minecraft movie. It's just like, what are you guys doing?
And also, they absolutely use mom and dad's money to buy that popcorn. It is so expensive.
Absolutely.
To be throwing that much money across the room as a joke that's not even funny and is actually super childish,
super
like
duper
bananas. We're so old, but like that. Yes. It's just weird.
Yes, old. Just a collection of old people yelling about the youth of today. Really, what's the world come to? But anyway, so yeah, it's a whole thing. At least we'll always have our nostalgia. Zidane says, as Mr. How are you feeling? Well, Zidane, we're all feeling
super old
and angry about many things. Yeah, thanks for that medicine you gave me. Well, I'm glad somebody does. Darn it. Could this be? Yeah, I was surprised too. After we beat that big plant guy, the forest got completely petrified. He told me that we were able to escape because of your friend. Name it blank. I can't even take it seriously.
I can't. It's like they forgot to give him a name.
It's like they forgot to name him. His name is Lang.
I dare not speak it.
Okay. Oh my god. This is another super duper sidetrack. I can't believe this segues as effectively as it does. So I'm not going to talk too long on this because I'm just going to explain how it's related. There's another call out coming around on social medias about a larger VTuber and how they seem to be a big pile of shit. And yeah, probably. But it's one of those things where they're a little bit too forward about claiming their space is like comfy cozy sort of space, and then turns out they're kind of full of shit. But like, why that is relevant and sort of funny is because of the fact that somebody wrote a big call out document, right? But one of the people involved, their screen name online is redacted. is what they go by online. And so it's like this document is full of calling out some person and redacted. And it's like, okay, well, now you look goofy.
Is that confusing people?
Because it's like
or is it just
you use redacted when you are specifically saying we're not including the name. So it's like, again, this person's name is blank, as though we've left it blank. It's like we have redacted the name. It's blank. What's his name? Blank. It's like, okay, this is a real who's on first moment sort of thing. Anyway, that's all I gotta talk about. I don't really care about their stupid issues. But I digress. I'm annoyed that it actually segued as well into that, because I wasn't really gonna touch on it because I don't really give a shit. Streaming is full of awful people, just like everywhere is potentially full of awful people, and I'm just gonna not be an awful person, so it's not my problem. But I couldn't not mention that it was redacted. Anyway. Let's go to help him. Well, and I guess that's another thing that, like, about this game that I don't feel like their naming has any, like, meaningful degree of consistency. Like, and maybe that's been true of almost all of the Final Fantasies, and I just never really paid attention, but it's just like, in this, I don't know what kind of names to expect out of people. Because we've got, like, Steiner, which is, like, an actual name, and Garnet, which is a stone, but that's probably fine. You could name somebody like that. And then, it sounds like, well, apparently, he was. So, there you go. It sounds like an asshole. Well, probably.
You got Zorn and Thorn.
Zorn and Thorn, Beatrix, Steiner, Queen Braun, like, but then also, like, Zidane and Blank, and, like, I guess mainly Blank. What the hell is up with Blank? Like, really just coming back to Blank. Why is it Blank?
Yeah, we had these lovely, like, weather scenario names, and then we get Zidane.
Yeah, like, hold on. What does Zidane mean? Is it another weird?
I always just assumed it was one of those JRPG names where they threw some.
Zidane's most commonly the name of Arab origin. It's just a name.
It is a name.
Well, that's why it's weird in Final Fantasy, honestly, because it's like,
yeah.
Why did we
chuck
stop
a bunch of syllables together?
Why did we stop with the weather? Like, I kind of like the weather and pattern. Maybe they ran out of ones that they felt like could be cool viably named. Yeah. Although in that case, I feel like you just haven't been looking very hard. Like, there's an awful lot of weather to pick, guys. I think you could do another thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's check. I'm just gonna look up weather terminology. A full weather glossary with the National Weather Service. That would probably do it. Sure. They could have named somebody adiabatic. Advection. Avalanche. Well, they used Avalanche in Final Fantasy VII as a group name. Oh, Cirrus could absolutely be somebody's 100%. Name. Cirrus would be a good one. Corona. Yeah, that's a good one. Coriolis. I think that might have actually originally been a name. Actually, the guy who discovered that effect that might be a name. Which, hey, they could keep it themed. Somebody else. No, El Nino. Okay, hold on. I am literally on full weather glossary at like weather.gov. Fly in the ointment? A favorite phrase of some forecasters. Refers to a forecast problem or a potential forecast problem. Could also be in reference to a forecasting problem that caused a busted forecast. All right, man, they were not kidding when they said full glossary of weather terms. anything anybody might actually say in regards to weather is here. A fly in the ointment. I was like, what are you doing here? All right, that's enough distraction. Let's. Garnet, what do you have to say to him? He must go to help him. Can't do anything for him right now. But can't. We'll come back for him. I'm sure there's a way to cure him. Let's get going. According to the map that Blank, I can't take a secret.
Yeah,
there's a cavern to the south of us. Yeah, it's over. It's just that ship has sailed.
Every time we see Blank, we should just make up another name.
We absolutely should. Just insert name here. Yep. It's like a Mad Lib.
Yeah, the rule
Maybe
is
we can get
can't use the same name twice.
You all right? Everything's gonna be fine. Trust me.
Every time he thumps himself on the chest, it is so loud.
It really is.
It is so much louder than everything else in the game.
Wait, Kupo! Glad you're not dead, I guess. I'm impressed, Kupo.
First time I've seen anyone escape another from different one.
Well, Monty wasn't one of them in there? I thought Monty might have been one of them in the... Like, was he not in the, by the water?
On some of them you could. On the characters in your... Like, Steiner gave us an option.
Yeah, everybody here we had the opportunity to.
But Blank, not Blank.
Blank is a side character and thus does not get the full character treatment.
Yeah.
So, what would have actually been pretty funny if we did get the chance to change the name of Blank. I could have given them the Cloud treatment that I... So, Final Fantasy VII, I have always, since the very beginning, I didn't really like the name Cloud because it was just Cloud. So what I would always do is add an E to the end so that he was still called Cloud, but he was Cloud with an E, which made it feel more like a name to me.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I could give Blank the Cloud treatment and just his name is Blank with an E at the end. Like, that's... I mean, you know, it makes it more like a name. Blanky to his friends. I'm impressed. Oh, you said that already. You all must be strong, Kupo. Don't get cocky, Kupo. Lots of stronger monsters ahead.
Yeah, it was very...
Jean-Claude Van... Yes, exactly.
100% that.
Before you go out to the world, Mogster will teach... Mogster? But you're Monty. What is Mogster? Lesson 1. Teach me, Mogster. Oh.
Oh, we just flash back with
No,
him
Mogster is like a master Mogster. I see. Hey, bro. What are you gonna teach me today? Lots of neat stuff. You're gonna love this place. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't think I need any of this. Eventually run into a lot of squishy things. That's gonna feel like I might have popped up over your
head. He's gonna tell us anyway.
I asked just because I wanted to know what they were talking about here. Press A when you see the icon and something happen. Feels like it's pop up a lot, so stay alert. Also, there are some areas where you might not be able to bar. Whenever that happens, pop out the here icon. Press back, pop out the here icon in time. Also, you can turn on off the icon and that's configured.
I love them.
I don't think I need all this information. I know how to play games.
Design is top tier.
Generally.
I love the baubles.
Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot. Yeah, I know. I have a gift for you. Well, take this flute.
Okay.
Flute. With this flute, you can call us anywhere in the world. Kupo. X to play it. The trails, Kupo.
Happy trails.
Thank you. Kupo. Hi. Kupo. Okay. Another related aside to the Moogles. Friends already left, Kupo. So
Steiner's such a
dumbass. Like, I kind of like that he continues to get harassed for being a goober. One of the things that one of my inside jokes, every time Moogles talk. So all the way back in the day when like Final Fantasy 11, the like auction house was run by, and so you'd go up there and they'd be like, "What are you buying, Kupo?" or "What are you selling, Kupo?" And the thing is that Resident Evil, I think it's 4 that it was in, had somewhat recently come out, or a friend had recently been playing it, and so we merged it like internally. We had, I guess, like a character that we all like we just assumed existed, which was the merging of the Resident Evil 4 merchant, what are you buying, with his like French coat of stuff, or what are you selling? Oh, buy it at a high price. That guy, except it was the Final Fantasy 11 Moogle who ran the auction house, so he always talked like, "What are you buying, Kupo?" So it's like every time I see somebody saying Kupo, it's a giant beefy guy with it's like Moogle trench coat. It's like, "What are you buying, Kupo?" And so Moogle's like, "Your friends already left, Kupo." And it's like I can't help it. It's permanently in my brain. Nobody else understands if I were to say, "What are you buying, Kupo?" Except like it's just I know college. It's just me and the one friend, and I'm like, it makes sense. I promise. It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
We got world map.
We finally made it to the world map.
Honestly, that's mostly our fault.
It is mostly my fault.
Hey, I practiced. Now that I'm also knitting, I'm like less sleepy. Because I woke up at 4 a.m. for no good reason, and so I was suffering. But we're good. I'm back.
Okay. He said you can call them anywhere in the world, but he failed to mention how. Where?
With the flute.
Where is the flute? Where's the goddamn flute?
That is an excellent question.
I don't see... There we go. I found it. Hey, let's touch that red bonbon looking thing.
Bonbon?
Okay, so that's not actually... What is... Why do we have an O and an N? Just like floating on the screen? What? You know what? That's no problem, Syntax. I'm just trying to find how to save the game so that I can call stream for the day. Because it's like, this is a good stopping point, and it's almost at the 4-hour mark. I don't know how to save the game anymore. And the flute doesn't seem to do anything, and... I think it's attached to the Moogle's, like, message. Hey, let me touch that red bonbon looking thing. Is there another word that's like lost to the ether? Off to the right of the screen somewhere? Like, I expect
Can you
it
just
to be
save
here.
on the world map?
I don't. Yeah, where's the freaking Nintendo Power? Although Nintendo Power would be surprisingly useless. This was never on Nintendo. It's usually just on the main screen. It's usually just here. What the damn hell?
There's a help button.
I'm hitting the help button.
Is that how we got this?
Thing. Man, maybe I should have read that.
Use the help button on.
Well, there was a whole thing that popped up about the buttons on the world map, and I immediately just glossed through it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Guess we're Googling.
To the internet, Final Fantasy 9. Save on a world map. But how to save your game, Final Fantasy 9. This is probably more appropriate. I just saw it. How do I save my game from the Steam community? Where is it? Frowny face. Moogle's open map. Can I save whenever? Yes, just use whatever key on your keyboard is set to call Moogle. The controller, then it should be X or button in theory.
Oh.
Turns out it is. Hello. Save. Let's save, Kupo.
We did it.
Oi. What a fiasco that was. What an unnecessary fiasco.
I finished one cable repeat while we did that.
It definitely told me that button was a thing I could do, and I just glossed immediately over it. I didn't even pay attention. So that one's on me, to be fair. I'll concede that point. All right, that one's on me. All right. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother going through the menu. This is what Alt F4 was made for. Hooga! All right, that's correct. Have a good night, Syntax. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out.
You're welcome.
Thanks. And everybody also on the stream. Syntax. Also, Zhao, I think. I'm sorry, I still did not get clarity. But I'm pretty sure it was Zhao based on the fact that you then subsequently used H's for ha ha ha. So I'm going to assume that J's are not ha. I'm working with context clues here. Anyway, thanks all for hanging out. It's been fun. We'll be back, I don't know, sometime in the future. Tuesday will be the next time I am back. But Tuesday, we're going to be dipping back into Doom 2016 after having just finished OG Doom. We're doing that comparison. We're doing a lot of game comparison. That's just the way we operate.
Doing like a little nostalgia.
Correct. That's how we're rolling. So, thanks all. Everybody have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Well, and good morning to you, Zhao. Enjoy. Have a good Sunday. And I will hopefully see y'all next time. Also Kappa, I guess. also that. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good night. Bye.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration. This won't hurt a bit. Just close your eyes.